Good Friday evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the start of this 2021 high school football season. PJ Harris along with you as we settle in. Settle in for this night of high school football here. They do have senior night here tonight here for Spring Hill, so we'll turn that over to the public address announcer. We've got the full pregame show coming your way in just a little bit. We'll have senior night though next right here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our first Bronco game of the season and our football senior night. Tonight we will be honoring our football senior athletes, the managers, and their parents. First up tonight, Annabelle Davis. Annabelle, please step forward with your parents. There we go. Annabelle is the daughter of Sarah and Brad Davis. This is Annabelle's first year as a Bronco football manager. She is an honor roll student, a member of the volunteer club, hype squad, Lynx, and is the Stuco treasurer. She is also the current editor-in-chief of the online Bronco Stampede News. Although undecided on a college of choice, after graduation, Annabelle plans to attend a 4-year university to major in criminal justice. Annabelle Davis. Ryan McDaniel. Ryan is the daughter of Melissa and Chris Davis. She is also a first-time Bronco football manager. She is an honor roll student and a member of the hype squad. After graduation, Ryan would like to attend Johnson County Community College and earn an ASession license. Ryan McDaniel. Ladies and gentlemen, these are our senior girl Bronco football manager. Now for our senior boys, Gara Bauer. Gara is the son of Farrah Eibach and Cindy and Jeff Bauer. He is a 4-year member of Bronco football, a part of the volunteer club, and is a Lynx leader. After graduation, Gara plans to attend Kansas State University, where he will major in aerospace engineering. Gara Bauer. Caleb Chandler. Caleb is a 2-year member of Bronco football and is an honor roll student. Although undecided on a college of choice, Caleb would like to continue his football career at the collegiate level. He is Cameron Crotchet. Cameron is a 4-year member of Bronco football and has been on the honor roll. Although undecided on a business, his mom, Tara, and his brother, Keegan Crotchet, are accompanying him tonight. Cameron Crotchet. Lawrence Dominic. Lawrence is the son of Debbie and Clint Dominic. He is a 4-year member of Bronco football. After graduation, Lawrence would like to earn his degree in civil engineering at either the University of Missouri, Kansas City or Kansas University. Lawrence. And business management. He is accompanied tonight by his parents, Amy and Vince Knowlton. Zach Knowlton. Carter Mead. Carter has been a member of Bronco football for 4 years and is an honor roll student. Carter's plans for after graduation are currently undecided. He is accompanied tonight by his parents, Melissa and Clint Mead. Carter Mead. Daniel Mitchell. Daniel is the son of Sharon and Troy Mitchell. This is his 4th year as a member of Bronco football. Daniel is an honor roll student, participates in Links, and is a member of the National Honor Society. After graduation, he plans to attend Kansas State University, where he will major in engineering. Daniel Mitchell. Cone Ottenschneider. Cone is the son of Melissa and Brian Ottenschneider. This is Cone's 1st year as a member of the Bronco football team. Although undecided on a college of choice, after graduation, Cone would like to earn a degree in business on his path to becoming a welder. Cone Ottenschneider. Aiden Palmer. Aiden is the son of Emily and Chris Palmer. This is Aiden's 4th year as a member of Bronco football. He is an honor roll student and a member of the National Honor Society. Although undecided on a college of choice, Aiden would like to further his football career in college, where he will major in business. Aiden Palmer. Fletcher Pankey. Fletcher is the son of Megan and Donnie Pankey. He is a 4-year member of Bronco football, is an honor roll student, and a member of Links. Although undecided on a college of choice, Fletcher would like to continue his football career and earn a degree in aviation science after graduation. Fletcher Pankey. Austin Rivers. Austin is the son of Jess Rivers and Jared Rivers. He is a 4-year member of Bronco football and has been on the honor roll. After graduation, Austin plans to attend Johnson County Community College. Austin Rivers. Colin Rooney. Colin is the son of Angela and Shannon Rooney. He is a 4-year member of Bronco football, an honor roll student, and a member of Links. Although undecided on a college of choice, after graduation, Colin plans to attend school and pursue a degree in aeronautical technology and become a pilot. Colin Rooney. Rocco Russo. Rocco is the son of Patricia and Rocco Russo. He is a 1st-year member of Bronco football, where he is specializing as a kicker. Although undecided on a college, Rocco would like to continue his soccer career at the collegiate level, where he plans to major in sports medicine. Rocco Russo. Aiden Wegley. Aiden is the son of Carrie and Clint Shuckman and Dustin Wegley. He is a 3-year member of Bronco football and is an honor roll student. After graduation, Aiden plans to attend Fort Hays State University, where he will major in construction science. Aiden Wegley. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause for our 2021 Bronco football seniors.
There you go. Look at your Bronco seniors here on senior nights here in Spring Hill. We'll take a quick break. Pregame show coming up next right here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
The following is a presentation of Spring Hill Sports Live. It's time for Spring Hill High School Athletics. On your home for the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live. Spring Hill Sports Live is presented by Strode Orthodontics, creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Learn more at StrodeOrtho.com. Also by Cedar Lake Village, Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning, Elliott Group, Hers Incorporated, J&T Auto Service, Libby Clark at Allstate Insurance, Perfect Detail Salon, Price Chopper, Farm Bureau Financial Services Michael Grant Agency, Scott Electric, Prime Accounting Solutions, Spring Hill Chamber of Commerce, Seats Incorporated, Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center, Spring Hill Recreation Commission, Tony Sidoti Agency Farmers Insurance, Spring Hill Fitness, and Whitesell Optometry Vision Source.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's time for the Broncos, right here on your home for Spring Hill High School Athletics, Spring Hill Sports Live.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the weekend and welcome to week number 1 here of the 2021 high school football season as we settle in for a dandy here tonight as the Spring Hill Broncos welcome in the Louisburg Wildcats here in this first game of the year. A big-time rivalry each year it happens. And got some stats to back that up here in just a little bit here. Kind of a unique situation here tonight. BJ Harris along with you. Alongside me, Matt Jones along with Caden Carbajo. That's not the unique part. The unique part is supposed to be a Louisburg broadcast tonight. We are on the air with Louisburg Sports Live as well as Spring Hill Sports Live. Illness, as it has been doing to many plans throughout the year, affecting our broadcast as well. But we'll do the best. Basically, should be the same for those people watching at home. We'll have a good call for both the teams. You will probably hear a few extra sponsors along the way, one for each channel as we go through the night, but that should be about it that changes things as you see the Spring Hill band taking the field. Spring Hill Broncos coming into this year off a 4-4 season a year ago, losing a couple of games to COVID, so just 4-4 on the year. Did pick up a good first-round win over Shawnee Heights, but fell to eventual state champion Mill Valley in the second round pretty handily. That's something these two teams have in common, as Louisburg into their year last year losing to eventual 4A state champion St. James Academy, and those are two really darn good teams that they lost to that ended their seasons. Also, these two teams in common, a pretty senior-laden year ago, perhaps Spring Hill a little bit more so on the defensive side of the ball. Both teams are going to have some youngsters getting their first time tonight in what's going to be a muggy and warm night throughout the evening, and it should be interesting to see how these youngsters handle that part of the game as that rain came through earlier to Matt, and it's typically hot this time of the year. Certainly not as hot as it usually is that first game of the year, but that humidity at about 110%.
Yeah, it's pretty miserable outside, so hopefully the boys have been hydrating all day and they're ready to get going.
Matt's going to join us off and on this year to provide some color commentary, coach some high school football. Obviously, some of our Spring Hill viewers might have heard you last year wrestling your expertise, and we'll hear more of you in both Louisburg and Spring Hill. Hear some of your commentary on wrestling coming up later this year. But the task at hand is football. You know, last year COVID just kind of loomed over everybody's season. We hoped it wouldn't be that way this year, although that's not entirely true. But hopefully a little bit more of a normalcy as we go into this 2021 season.
Absolutely. We can only hope that, people stay safe and people keep themselves healthy so they can play football.
National anthem, and we will have it here from the Spring Hill High School marching band.
Under the direction of field directors Gus Oppo, Stephen Ransford, and Gracie Oppo perform the Star Spangled Banner.
Nice job by the Spring Hill High School Marching Band. We are in the midst of the Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning pregame show, locally owned and operated for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs is Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. Learn more online at comfortdesigns.net or call 913-592-4453. And as for our counterparts over on our Louisburg Sports Live, it's the Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Lohr's Orthodontics pregame show, brought to you by those folks who are committed to providing quality health care to families in the Miami County area. A comprehensive approach to oral care. Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Lohr's Orthodontics. Learn more at ironhorsedental.com or drlohrsortho.com. And, of course, on Louisburg Sports Live, it's presented by our good friends at Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley's changing what's possible. Experience a new kind of internet with Go Brawley. For more information, call 913-837-4678. Of course, on our Spring Hill Sports Live, we're presented by Strode Orthodontics. Stop in and get a new smile with Strode, and we appreciate all their support throughout this season. We've got full analysis coming up in just a little bit. We're just about 8 minutes away from kickoff here in this season opener for the Louisburg Wildcats and the Spring Hill Broncos. You're watching it right here on Spring Hill Sports Live and Louisburg Sports Live tonight.
Are you looking for a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services agents have built relationships with you, one conversation at a time. And we're as committed as ever to providing you with that level of service. As part of your community, we're here for you, answering insurance questions and helping make sure your financial goals are on track.
Contact Farm Bureau Financial Agent Michael Grand anytime or learn more at michaelgrand.com.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon Smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
Back out here, Spring Hill High School. B.J. Harris, Matt Jones, Caden Carvalho getting set for this one. It's time for our Keys to the Game. Keys to the Game brought to you by our good friends at Spring Hill Chiropractic and Acupuncture. The key to better quality of life is making Spring Hill Chiropractic part of your health and wellness plan. Dr. Daniel Harding strives to make it easy and affordable as possible to get the care you need for the whole family. Learn more at springhillchiropractic.com or call 913-592-3541. And we talked about, the youngsters, Matt, just a little bit and how they adjust, but you've also got to have that experience. And both these teams have a little bit coming back. I would say Spring Hill has some guys they certainly know they can rely on, those seniors, and how well they perform kind of, I think, helps the youngsters relax. Thoughts?
Oh, absolutely. I think anytime you can add leadership to the mix, no matter how talented the upperclassmen are, they've still been there. They've been in the trenches. They know what's going on. So the more leadership they have, they can bring the young guys up and have them ready to go.
We're going to find out here in a little bit how that really does go. But the Two teams kind of a mid of the pack last year in the Frontier League. Both teams hoping to have better seasons. You look around their area and the schedules, and certainly some winnable games on both of these teams' schedules. We will find out what they're made of here tonight. That's the thing. You go into that first game, even coaches think they probably have a pretty good beat on where things are at, but not always so sure of themselves until things get strapped on here in this first game of the year. Caden doing a nice job getting everybody all the coverage as we get ready for the Broncos to take the field. Wildcats have done just that. Starting lineups are brought to you by America's Heartland Collection. From antiques to live plants, you never know what you're going to find to add to your own personal collection. Let us spark your curiosity at America's Heartland Collection, Monday through Saturday, 10 to 5 at 305 South Webster in Spring Hill. And we've got them for Spring Hill. Starting quarterback, Fletcher Pankey. 6-foot senior, stepped in last year for Evan Letellier after an injury, sent Evan to the bench and did a nice job. Fletcher 34-58 last year through the air, 536 yards, 6 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He also had 45 carries for over 200 yards last year in those 5 starts he had. I asked the Spring Hill team, I was talking to them a couple weeks ago and asked who the best player on the team was. I was trying to make a point. It was an emphatic Zach Knowlton. Everybody kind of knew who the best player was. And Zach Knowlton, 5'8", 150, not real big, but he can find the open space. He's going to be an outlet for Fletcher Pankey. And kind of ways that goes, Coach tries to find different ways to get him into the game, whether it's through the air or on the ground, and we'll see how that goes. Daniel Mitchell will be a wide receiver. I think Spring Hill is going to go the way Draven Pipkin goes in the backfield. Big fella, 6', 205. A nice mix between Zach's speed out on the edge and their other wide receivers, and then the power of Draven Pipkin really is going to give them a nice kind of power and speed connection there. Carter Mead will get some playing time in there. Raymond Dominic as well up front, trying to get some big boys. Mark Debiak, Carter Bland, Cole Roden. Keanu Tiafu is new to the program as well. Aiden Palmer going to step up front, and Carter Meek, one of the guys bringing some size inside at 6'1" and 280 out on the wide receiver spot. Guy always good for a big play. Cameron Crotchet, 6'3", 185-pound senior. Guys, we know who will be a factor here for Louisburg. Starting quarterback, going to go with a sophomore. We'll see how he handles things. Declan Battle got some snaps late in the season last year as well. We'll see how he steps in. Wide receiver Mason Dobbins will be in the mix. Liam Devery will be a senior wide receiver as well. Jackson Cush out on the edge. And then the running back, we'll see what senior Colby Ketzau has for the Wildcats. This is your starting lineup. Brought to you by America's Heartland Collection. We'll take one final timeout. Opening kickoff coming up next right here on Spring Hill Sports Live and Louisburg Sports Live.
Are you ready for a new kind of internet? Then it's time for Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Reliable and fast, priced right, with plans starting at $34.95. No throttling, no tricks, more upload speed, and the best service. Just ask our customers. Experience a new kind of internet. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit GoBrawley.com. Go Brawley. It just works.
The industry's most advanced equipment and training, state-of-the-art diagnostic tools, and the small-town friendly service you expect. That's J&T Auto Service in Spring Hill. Eliminate the veil of uncertainty with J&T Auto's digital diagnostic process. This unique service ensures transparency, clear communication, and documentation, allowing for a quick and complete repair. To learn more or to schedule an appointment, call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com. Pankey Plumbing in Spring Hill is a proud supporter of Bronco Athletics. Keeping your plumbing system in good shape can do wonders for your property's value and lifespan. Get exceptional plumbing services when you hire the plumbing specialist at Pankey Plumbing. At Pankey Plumbing, they take pride in their work and guarantee the best plumbing services in the shortest time possible at the most reasonable price. To learn more, give them a call at 913-568-8201 or visit PankeyPlumbing.com. Go Broncos!
Here we go. Louisburg won the toss, elected to take the football, so they will have it coming up first here offensively. We'll see how that goes. Opening kickoff brought to you by Seats Incorporated. Kick off your new career with Seats Incorporated in Spring Hill. Seats is a leader in the manufacturing of quality seating and accessories for vehicles with competitive wages and benefits. To see all their openings or to apply online, go to seatsinc.com. 2021 high school football season getting ready to start in earnest, and we are excited to have it here. Football across our network. Tonganoxie kicked off at 5 o'clock over there against Baser Linwood, so that game well underway. Do expect some rain later on this evening. We've got Caden sitting outside, so we're hoping that holds off. In the event of some rain showers, we will have a brief delay as we reset everything inside, but we're going to hope that things smile down upon us as we go into this first game. Broncos in those home purple jerseys with white bottoms, as you can see there on the screen, yellow numerals. Wildcats in their road whites, white tops, white bottoms, and those purple numerals, white helmets. I like the white on white on white. It's a pretty sharp look there for the Wildcats. And we'll get it going. Luke Metcalf Ryan Paul going to line things up, I believe, here for Spring Hill. Number 6, Rocco Russo, soccer player, going to get the kick away off to the 10-15-yard line. Center return and brought down pretty quickly. Good coverage there by the Spring Hill kickoff team.
Nice gang tackle by the Broncos.
Return there for number 13, Jackson Cush, getting that return. Good coverage by a host of Broncos. I think one of the first guys down there, Austin Rivers, making contact. So Coach talked about a little bit here for Louisburg, a little mixed offense. They've got that young quarterback in Declan Battle, and we'll see what he has under center for the Wildcats as they start this drive at their own 22-yard line. Here, 11:54 to play in this first quarter. They'll send Cush in motion from left to right. Shotgun stance here for Battle. 3 wide receivers on the far side. Running back to the left side is they'll hand it off. Nope, keep it. Battle rode it up in there for.
It's a good cut up for Battle.
Yeah, good read. Rode it with Kobe Katau and then rode it all the way in there and decided to pull it last second. A gain of 6 on the play.
That's impressive for a sophomore. Those reads aren't always the easiest to make, and for a young guy to make that's impressive.
That first play of the season, you practice. That's usually bread and butter, and if you can do that,
sure,
and you can get 6 yards on first down, same formation essentially. Just flip the other side to the wide side of the field. They'll run those trips. Wide out to the far side is Cush. Same play going to the short side. Another keep by Battle. He's got a good run up across the 40, up near the 42-yard line. It's going to be a gain of about 11, maybe 12 yards. Even more than that, giving 14 yards on the keeper by Battle. And back-to-back plays, essentially the same concept, this time going to the short side of the field.
The Broncos are going to have to figure out how to contain that. They're going to have to get their responsibilities down.
Both teams a little bit undersized up front. We'll see matchups, I think, fairly even along that lines. It might come down to the skill players. This time, running backs to each side of Battle. He'll hand off to Catal this time, and going to be limited to just a run maybe of a yard.
Good job stretching him out.
Picked up just a yard on the first carry from Catal. He's been in the mix every play so far, as he's been the decoy twice in a row. This time, going to get just a yard. Let's get some sunshine going up in this window. Well, we can see. A little warmer in here, but we can see a little bit with that window open.
That's okay.
Hope nothing happens beyond the 20s. I'm pretty well boxed in here. One wide receiver far side, one to the near side. That's Mason Dobbins. Battle going to keep it again. Rode it up there. Another good run. Hits that hole in a hurry. You can see one of the sophomores worked his way into a starting spot. There's again at 10. And he's had 3 of their 4 carries and about 20 yards of offense already for Battle. And that's pretty good size on that far side. Maybe getting a good push at the point of attack.
He's not even being touched right away, so he has a big hole. But the linebackers still need to fill. They need to step up and fill in their gaps.
Inside Bronco territory now as they move across the 50 up to the 45-yard line. It's the fifth play of this drive, started back at their own 22. Same thing, runners to each side. Keep it, going and flushed, sacked in the backfield, brought down on that quarterback keeper. First guy giving chase there for the Broncos, 52, Mark Debiak. Tell you what, Mark Debiak, he's a different looking dude. Big, tall kid, long, lean, and only a sophomore here, and we'll see how he continues to mature. But if his physique continues to develop the way it's already at age 16, he's going to be a big fella.
He sure will. He's not your prototypical linebacker build. He looks more like a defensive back. But
they bring him down and even put his hand on the ground even to play that DN spot on this near side. So they've got speed everywhere. That's one of the things Coach talked about last night when I spoke to him for Spring Hill is their team speed, but they did lose 9 seniors on this team a year ago. Another keeper by Battle meets a couple of guys that first time in the hole. Raymond Dominic leading the charge.
Much better than the first couple carries when the QB kept it. They did a good job filling right there.
Also in there, Fletcher Pankey coming downhill a little bit. And after a bunch of successful plays, a 1-yard run and now a 5-yard loss. So to bring up third down and a short 15. Ball just beyond midfield. Cuts out to the left of Battle. Rolling, looking. Lets it fly. He's got his man nearly intercepted by the Broncos. Jumping in front of it, Zach Knowlton. Knowlton 4 interceptions a year ago for the Broncos. We'll have our first punt of the ball game here for the Wildcats. And get a chance to see the Bronco offense take the field as Knowlton will go back. He's a threat in the kick game as well, going back along with him. Can't make out the number. Snaps back, kicks away. It's going to go to Knowlton. He'll have a chance at this one. Ball's bobbled around, still loose. He come up with it again. He's still going on his feet. That ball has been possessed for about a half a second. He got bobbled even, I think, a little bit after he gathered it. Talk about a heart attack for the Broncos to start this thing, but lucky to still have it.
Talk about a favorable bounce.
He's fast enough that I think when that thing hit the ground, he just figured, just keep running. It's bound to bounce up in there. And
it sure did.
It was right where he was. So the Broncos will take the field, moving from left to right now. No score so far here in this first quarter. Yeah. 7:48 to play in this first quarter. Fletcher Pankey, the quarterback. Draven Pipkin, the deep back. 2 wide receivers near side to the far side. Balance, set, turn, handoff. Pipkin trying to pick his way forward, and he's going to lead forward for a gain of a couple. Good tackle there for Louisburg. Brandon Doles getting in there. He's one of the guys Coach highlighted in an article I read with him and Bryce Gage going to be kind of the leaders there in the middle of that defense. Also up inside there right now for them is Nathan Vincent at an inside linebacker spot, along with Brandon Doles. And just a gain of 2.
That was a hard fought, too, at that.
Pankey flushed. He's got some room, though, looking downfield. Not many guys open. This is a dangerous pass. 3 white jerseys, just 2 purple ones. And lucky that one just kind of falls incomplete to bring up third down and 8.
Might have had the opportunity to run, but he got stretched out enough. Louisburg did a great job filling that in.
Well, that first initial pressure that flushed him out of the pocket, that was not a designed rollout.
No.
But he had to get out there in a hurry because pressure was coming right up the middle. So a big third down. Here for the Broncos. Straight drop. Throws it. Got his man. First down for
Great
the
throw.
Broncos. A very good throw on time right to Norian Terrell. And a completion of 8 yards gives them a first down.
First and 10 Broncos at their own 41.
That was a good clutch conversion on third down.
Yeah, right away they'd be punting 3 and out. That's not what you want to do after Louisburg was driving on them.
Pankey read that one a long time. That was just well played all the way around by the Wildcats. Coming in there to stop that initial dive was Aiden Barker. He's another one you got to watch on this near side DN. Big, long kid, physical, has a lot of experience playing as well. Barker replacing a couple of really good defensive linemen. He played quite a bit last year, but Andy Hump and Yongren, both guys who postseason accolades, gone to graduation. Loss of one. Here's a little swing pass outside for Pipkin. Try to get ahead of Steve. Stiff for him there. He breaks another tackle, drops the boom, and a good pickup yards after carry on that one. A good stiff arm and another broken tackle, and it's going to end up being a pretty flashy, about 8-yard reception there for Draven Pipkin.
And this makes third down considerably more manageable. They were looking at third and long, and now they're looking at third, and definitely doable. They have more options now. They can run, they can pass.
Sixth play of this drive, 3rd down and 4 here for the Broncos. Everybody bunched inside. Interesting formation, trying the end around, trying to find the hole in there, and just another well played by that Wildcat defense coming in there. Lane Riles.
Louisburg's outside contains looked really good so far.
Yeah, they've really been in the backfield, getting penetration, and on a play like that was just designed to kind of get everybody moving, and the running back in that instance trying to find and the open slot was Carter Mead, and he just never found an open slot. It was too well covered, and now a punting situation here. Cush back to return. I believe there was a Cush from Louisburg a few years back that went and played for the Gorillas. It was a pretty good return, man.
I believe you were right, yes.
And I think he wore 13 as well. Aaron knocked it out of bounds. This is in that Rolodex in my brain. My wife asks, why can't I remember stuff? It's because I have that kind of stuff in my head.
Same here.
Good tackle by Cameron Crotchet on that coverage. Not much of a return there by Cush. He will get it out to the 30-yard line. So the Wildcats will start their second drive of this first quarter at their own 30. Here with 4:58 to play in the opening quarter. No score thus far. Pretty typical first quarter, where defenses kind of have the advantage until the offenses make some adjustments. Halftime's pretty important at that first game break. Dobbins split out to the near side. Wide receiver far side as well. Tight end far side. 2 men in the backfield as Battle flips the fullback to his left. Katow behind him. Turn, hand it off to him. Got some running room. Busts outside. Good tackle.
Great open field tackle.
As Knowlton comes up there, and if he does not make that tackle, Tow's probably still going. It's going to end up being a gain of 5 on first down.
Good fundamental tackle. It's good to see.
So 2nd down and 5. Same setup. This time both guys flanking Battle. Turn, handoff, not much there. A little stutter step. Young man's going to have to find that hole and hit and hurry. He's against Towel, and he's going to learn to go a little faster, trying to pick and choose a little bit.
You know, that's one of the biggest, issues when young running backs, they juke, and they jitter instead of just sometimes just hitting that hole as hard as you can and see what happens. Making positive yards, running north and south.
Keanu Tiafu making his first tackle as well of the ball game. 5'11", 222-pound sophomore. Wide receiver near side. Big 3rd down here. 3rd down and 2 for each team. A big 3rd down opportunity. Send a man in motion. Try that swing pass. No. Going to throw it down the field. Nope, it is. Nice wheel route. Ooh, just can't make the catch. Man, that was a very well-designed play.
Very well.
Albeit a little dangerous, as Dominic out there playing in that spot, coming up at 6'5", a little taller. If he gets his hands up there, he's going to take that one the other way. But, man, well-designed, just not able to convert, and a 3-and-out here for the Wildcats on their second possession.
It seems offensively both teams so far have just kind of tried to feel each other out and, see what's there, see what's not. And, like you said, typical of a first game.
For the Broncos, number 13, Zach Knowlton.
Ran less than a minute and a half off the clock there.
Number 33, Lane Riles.
Lane Riles going to punt it away. Zach Knowlton back to return for the Broncos rather.
He'll get away from it.
Pretty good punt, but no return. It'll be good field position as well for Spring Hill, as they will start this drive with their own 32.
Spring Hill 31. Broncos take over 1st and 10.
I would tell the people watching on our Louisburg stream you can't hear our audio, but they can't hear our audio, so maybe they figured it out by now. You can watch Spring Hill's live stream and get our audio. We got this far. Do have a lot of games going across our network. Baldwin in action tonight. Tonganoxie's getting drubbed right now by Baser Linwood 27-6. That game started at 5 o'clock. Pankey, handoff. Knowlton trying to find a little open running room. Drags the defender. Good run on first down. Finally brought down by Riles, but not before Knowlton could get a good game, but a penalty flag is thrown, and this one might be coming back. It's the perfect play for a holding penalty.
There's a flag on the play.
And it will be a penalty against the Broncos. That is a play we will see many, many times this year, trying to get the ball into number 13's hands.
Well, it's a well-executed play. And like you said, it's really common to see a holding penalty on those. It's tough for the lineman to get out there in space. First penalty of the game, though, so, after the fourth series overall, yeah,
that's pretty good, really, for a first game.
After a penalty brings up a 1st and 19.
First down and 19 now.
Just try to get it back in chunks. You don't need a home run right now. Just make it manageable for 3rd down.
Pankey with Pipkin to his left. Token fake. Lots of time. Oh, now pressure cut breaks down. Boy, just too long. That's going to give you that one to coverage. As I look down the field beyond that, it is all everybody matched up and good penetration and a sack. I mentioned him a little bit ago, but Aiden Barker already being a factor for Louisburg, and back-to-back big play losses. You got 2nd down and a mile now.
Yeah, this is going to be tough. Knowlton was open for just a split second, but I don't think Pankey could have gotten to him. He was running for his life.
Trips to the near side. Pipkin to the left of Pankey. One wide receiver far side. That's Russo, I believe.
Got an offsides on Louisburg.
Man. Far side wide receiver is Norian Terrell. It is a free 5, so pretty clean play before. Now we've had back-to-back 4 negative plays in a row, quite frankly, and here we are, 2nd down a long way.
Yeah.
Down at about 20 for Spring Hill. Knowlton will be wide receiver closest to the line of scrimmage here on this right side. Kind of use him as a decoy, and for some reason on that far side, Terrell kind of took off a little slower.
It looked, yeah.
And Pankey was wanting to just throw a 9-ball pretty much right off the bat. Miscommunication there and bring up a 3rd down a long way.
Yeah, it looks like he took a stutter step and kind of got caught up. And
so 3rd down and 20 now for the Broncos. This starts to become, now you start to measure how daring you want to get. Field position becomes a factor early in a game. No score so far, and certainly don't want to give up a big play right here, taking a chance. We'll see what Coach has drawn up here. 2 wide receivers near side, 2 to the far side. Straight drop. Little screen pass. It's a good play call for Pipkin, but well defended. Very well defended.
Very well defended.
By the Wildcats. Coming in there, Brandon Dole's first contact. Also helping out is Jace Hovey, and those guys stop him and another punt.
They were ready for it. Now the most important thing here is to get a clean punt off, and you don't want to give them too good a field position. They're already going to have pretty good setup for Louisburg.
Yeah, I would say early on, so far the Wildcats have offensively done more of what they wanted to do than Spring Hill has, but it's certainly very early. Low snap, lucky.
Ooh.
Lucky that thing did what it did. It's going to take a pretty favorable roll as well for Spring Hill. That was disaster to something pretty good. Chicken salad made out of, you know the rest.
Yeah, considering the ball was on the ground when he punted it and then it rolled for 15 yards, and Louisburg's kind of back right where they've been starting almost every drive.
Yep, they've had at the 22, the 33, and now the 31 is where they will start this one at the 31-yard line.
Been interesting to see if Louisburg goes back to that what they were doing the first series, with the QB, making the read, cutting up field.
Yeah, just a straight zone read, just kind of waiting to see where that hole is going to develop with your lineman and then decide accordingly. Penetration is a big threat to that. All you got to do is try to get in the backfield, and you can really disrupt that if you're Spring Hill. That's what they're trying to stop those big fellas up front. Here's Battle, turn, handoff. Good stutter step in the backfield, but better penetration coming through. Brandon Richardson, he was there in a hurry.
And he did a good job. He held him up long enough to get help from his teammates. That was a great job.
Everything was secured on the play side. That was going to be a big play.
Absolutely.
But the backside got there fast enough. I don't think Richardson even has a clue how close that was to being a huge play, and he kind of got in there and played a little tug of war on the backside and got him down on the ground.
For dear life.
Loss of one on the play, bring up second down and 11. Dobbins split out to the near side, looking that way all the way as Battle. Good coverage. Knowlton comes over for a little help. Boy, that was put right on the money. It's a very good throw by Battle, and just a little short right into double coverage. I mean,
that would have been a fantastic catch, but they've got the height with the receiver. But the defensive backs were there. They were playing really good coverage and
had a way better chance than I expected it when I looked over and saw the coverage. But I tell you what, I'd use that kid every chance I get. Do not have heights on the roster that Louisburg provided, but I'm going to go 6'5".
Oh, I'd say, yeah.
I mean, he's big 6'4", 6'5" kid, long, lean, looks like a wide receiver. For sure. And
like
just
Louisburg
a junior.
Finally going back to the trips formation they started out with on the first series.
Reset that play clock. Straight drop now. Battle pressure coming on the back. Contact in the backfield. It's a fumble. And it's going to be, I believe, Wildcat. No, it's going to be Bronco football coming in hot. It's Cameron Crotchett making contact, the senior on senior night. 6'3", 185. Cameron does his business on the offensive end as well, but defensively came on a blitz. And it was a perfect play call defensively because everything was looking to the right, and he came off the left.
Big break for the Broncos. Now they need to capitalize on it.
First and 10 Broncos.
They can still get a first down.
18-yard line.
So Spring Hill will take over at the Louisburg 18 here with 35 seconds to go in this first quarter. Trying to take advantage of some momentum perhaps. Balance, set, turn, handoff, Pipkin, and just too much. I'm going to take a random guess here. I think that's Aiden Barker, perhaps. No, this time it's Jackson Rooney coming up there and getting some penetration. They have not had much of a push up front on that Spring Hill offensive line.
They really haven't. Louisburg is pretty much having their way with them on the defensive line right now. They're going to probably have to get to the outside if they can. But Louisburg's been doing a good job stringing things out.
Loss of 3 on the play to bring up second down and 13.
Second and 13 for Broncos.
And that'll be the end of the first quarter. No score, but the Broncos knocking on the door, trying to take advantage of a Wildcat turnover. We'll see if they can when we return on our dual coverage on Spring Hill Sports Live and Louisburg Sports Live.
At Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, one patient at a time. Olathe Health. Advanced healthcare. Advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries, hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
Are you looking for a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NAEC certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Second down and 13 after the loss on first down, but a sack fumble caused by Cameron Crotchett has the Broncos in this situation with flipping the field. Really, they had kind of that fortunate bounce of the ball on the punt, And then the sack fumble has kind of switched the momentum here. I think it was in favor of the Wildcats. Plenty of time for Pinky. Lets it fly down the field, going back to the guy that caused the whole thing. Cameron Crotchet, touchdown.
Great throw.
Broncos. A money throw by Fletcher Pinky, and what a catch. What a couple of series there from Cameron Crotchet.
He threw it up, and I'm gonna play athlete versus athlete. And, they won the battle on that one.
Ball was at the 23, and it's a 23-yard pitch and catch from Fletcher Pinky. Is it raining?
Yeah.
Keep everything dry out there, Caden. Kick is up, and it's good. 7-0 your score.
That kick barely made it through the uprights, but it made it, which is all that matters.
We're back at 30. You're watching Louisburg Sports Live and Spring Hill Sports Live.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
Broncos number 6, Rocco Russo.
11:53 to go in this first half, as the Broncos are going to kick it away from right to left. Umbrellas have come out. There's a little bit of rain. We're going to let it ride with our camera out there. Caden said it hadn't filled a drop yet, so little bitty. They said there was a chance of rain around that 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and it was going to go away and then come back. That's what we're going to hope for here?
That's what we're going to hope for. I don't think it's going to amount to much. I looked at the radar, and it's small, so
look at that.
We're going to be optimists here.
Meteorological
That's right.
services as well. Russo kicking away. Good into over-end kick. Going to be fielded by Cush at the 12-yard line. Center return. Good coverage. Man, that coverage team has been all over it. Leading the charge that time, Colin Rooney. We've said his name a couple of times. Good sure tackler. And Louisburg will start this drive inside the 25. They'll mark that ball at about the 22-yard line.
Good fundamental tackle.
Number 41, Colin Rooney.
Louisburg has not had great field position. Obviously,
Now the thing for Louisburg, are they going to come out and are they going to throw the ball, or are they going to try to remain calm and run their offense?
Yeah, that zone read's been there when they've had it, but Spring Hill started to do a little bit better job against that inside run. Have wide receiver near side, one to the far side, 2 men to the backfield. Catal directly behind Battle. Go to him. That's not Catal. Handoff left side. Good penetration there again by the Broncos, leading the way. Colin Rooney along with Tiafu there as well. Just everybody right at that point of attack. There was no push on that left side of the line for the Wildcats. It's a loss of 1 on the play.
The middle level for Spring Hill's, what they didn't do at first, they weren't filling their gaps, and now they're starting to fill, which is making it easier on their last level in the defensive backfield. They can help.
The ball carrier that last time was Riley Van Eaton. They'll fake it to Ketu, and then kept by Battle. Pressure coming from behind, and brought down to the host. Talk about some team tackling there. Leading the charge for Spring Hill was Raymond Dominic.
Battle ran hard. He did everything he could. He broke a couple tackles, but he just couldn't get it stretched out. Couldn't get up.
Dominic coming in, I believe, from that backside spot too to get in there on the penetration. And a loss of 2 for Battle. Back-to-back negative plays here for the Wildcats. Trying to settle down. Obviously, that last offensive possession did not go their way, ending with a sack and a fumble, and then that turned into points for Spring Hill. But you got to relax a little bit. Go back to what you came to do. 2 wide receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Cats out to the left.
Watch out for
Battle. I
Dobbins
think a
here.
little bit of a busted play. He's going to let one fly. Going up, climbing to get it is Dobbins, and he just can't quite bring it down. That was just out of his reach. It was not going to be a first down anyway, but it went closer. In coverage there for Spring Hill. Carter Mead coming up to make the play, and it'll be a punting situation.
You know, even if he had caught it, the defensive backfield for Spring Hill is keeping him in front of him, which is huge. Like you said, even if he would have caught it, it would not have been a first down. So the threat's going to be there. He's going to get a play. You just got to keep him in front of you.
Yeah, that threat's there for sure, especially a dude that looks like that and can jump like that.
Oh.
He almost went up there and get that one. I thought it was going to be well overthrown. Riles to kick it away, a little knuckler. Fair caught by Knowlton. In and out of his hands once again, but he just kind of got it. That knuckleball, that's tough to catch.
It is.
And it's going to be marked right at the 50-yard line. 10:05 to play here in this first half. Broncos strike first. Matt, good to have you on here with us. Excited to bring year number 3 here of Spring Hill Sports Live and year number 2 of Louisburg Sports Live to everybody. And hopefully we can continue to do this. Tremendous support from the community, and just very thankful to have the opportunity to do this for you guys and be here on a Friday night. I've been stressing and freaking out all week long trying to get ready for this week, and as soon as I stepped in the press box, it's like, this is where we're supposed to be.
That's right. Friday Night Lights.
Hand around coming this way, trying to make something out of nothing. That was a pretty good effort all around, just trying to get to some field position. Carter Mead, stretch, and
just pure hustle.
got enough to make it not a negative play anyways. Started right at the 50 here.
2nd and 7 for the Broncos. Louisburg, 47.
Bring up, it's a gain of 4. There's a pass open, going down to get it. Nice play. That pass was certainly not where it needed to be, but Cameron Crotchett, who's having himself a ball game right now, picked up about 9 yards.
That's going to be there all day. They're giving him a huge cushion on the outside.
So a 9-yard pickup on the connection. Those two have struck already. Pitch it out here for me, trying to get some open running. Good block by Knowlton. That's how you do it right there, up and inside.
Feel good about that one.
You tell you what, man, I got goosebumps watching that block, dude. That is, you can take everything he does, and that's the film I cut out and send to colleges right there. Absolutely. Is that blocking on the edge. That's what you need from somebody. A nice play by Meade, got a first down. It's a pitch and catch, and a gain of about 11 for Carter Meade. Pankey starting to feel it just a little bit as well. Up across the 30, up near the 27-yard line. Now Knowlton gets stuck in the backfield, and he's brought down. Pressure coming from all over. The big fella's getting back there. And another impressive play by Aiden Barker. I mean, he is becoming a bit of an issue for Spring Hill. Barker having himself a game. Coming in as well late was Jackson Rooney. So those two winning the battle up front, and a big loss on first down to 10. Loss of 8. So second down and 19. 2nd and 18. Straight drop, little time, step up. Pankey, pressure coming from back. Just trying to throw this one away. He's going to try to get some yardage, and he will pick up a couple, but and it's going to bring up a 3rd down and long.
You got to think this very well could be 4-down territory because they're going to be inside the 30, or just outside the 30, excuse me.
I think you're right. And that's the decision a coach has to make now, whether he wants to go for it on the next play, because it can dictate what you call on this play, and we're going to know whether they're going to go for it, I think.
Yeah, judging by what they run here, we'll know.
Straight drop, looking downfield, pressure coming. Here comes, oh, man, how he stepped up to find anything. I know. I've been in a position Aiden Barker was in, and your eyes get about this big, and you think you're just going to destroy the quarterback, and then Pankey just slides up in there and avoids catastrophe. Ends up picking up about 3 yards.
It seems like their offense is still out on the field, so
they were taking a shot there. They were not going to try to play for half the yardage. It looked like they were going to go down the field.
I agree. Yeah, every route they had was going deep.
So here we go. 4th down, our first one of the season. Straight drop. Pankey, plenty of time this time. Now he'll let it go. Way open is Crotchett. He comes back, nearly makes the play. Underthrown. Crotchett just just can't get back in time, and that's a turnover on downs.
Well, I think there might have been a miscommunication on the routes because Crotchet and Knowles, they were both they were right in front of each other, and it looked like Knowles went right in front of him, so it may have disrupted their concentration a little bit.
Big drive forthcoming here for Louisburg as they need to get some points here before halftime. They have the type of offense that can put together a nice long drive and kill some of this clock and take this thing in all knotted up at halftime. That's, I'm certain, part of the conversation. Cameron Crotchet nearly made his third big play of the game already. If he does make that one, that is huge.
That's big.
2 wide receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Katow in the backfield with Battle. Went to hand it off, a little miscommunication back there, and he just had nowhere to go. Host of Broncos led by Raymond Dominic. RJ Dominic making that play right there, and it's a loss of 4, loss of 3.
Looks like both defensive lines are really controlling the line of scrimmage. It didn't start out that way for Spring Hill's defense, but after the first series, they really are winning the battle up front.
So a loss of 3 on the run by Battle. So some negative yardage plays, obviously, here in this first half so far, but still a close one. 7-point game. 7:22 to play. Battle, straight drop, looking left all the way, lets it fly. He's got a man wide open at the 30, and he's across the 35, up near the 40, and he is going to be knocked out of bounds right there. He's going to say a big gain there, a 13, maybe 14-yard pickup, a big one on second down and long.
Usually the flat coverage in that situation would probably be the outside linebacker, and it looks like he just kind of sucked in just enough to make him have to chase.
14-yard pickup, moves the chains. They have not moved the chains yet. Was there a flag down somewhere? No.
I thought I saw one, but it must not have been because I don't see it.
Timeout's been taken.
Timeout, okay.
So a timeout. We'll take it along with them. We're back at 30. You're watching the Broncos and the Wildcats.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
There you see the time, 7:09 to play here in this first half. Spring Hill Broncos, Louisburg Wildcats, B.J. Harris along with you, along with Matt Jones, Caden Carbajo. Now, it's been remarkably hotter on the first game of the year. These kids are lucky. In fact, they had a whole entire week of practice that was pretty nice as well.
Oh, sure.
It's a good thing to do right here at this time of the year. First down and 10 after a big conversion on second down. Pressure coming and ripped down from behind. A good pickup, though, on the pitch and catch from Battle to Isaiah Whitley, the tight end, making that catch. And it's going to be a gain of 4 to bring up a second down and 6.
He had 3 Broncos in his face. That was a good completion.
Second and 7, a gain of 3. Actually. It appears that both teams are doing their basics, doing the things offensively that they know they can do.
Very vanilla.
Yeah, not seeing a whole lot of fancy flash yet, but both teams certainly capable. Both coaches really smart, too, and Coach Ebenstein wants a timeout. So just like that, we're back to a timeout. We'll go ahead and take it. We're back in 30. You're watching the Panthers and the Wildcats.
Spring Hill's hometown shop is J&T Auto Service. As a full-service repair shop, J&T Auto Service works on all makes and models. Diesels, Europeans, they do it all. From combines to Corvettes. Visit J&T Auto Service for oil changes, tires, brakes, alignments, electrical diagnostics, and so much more. Small town, friendly service with high-tech tools and training. Schedule your service at J&T Auto Service. Call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
Seven to nothing. Broncos lead, taking advantage of a turnover.
Interesting. Dobbins, the wide receiver, he was in the backfield before that play, so I don't know if there's some miscommunication on the Louisburg side. Now he's out wide.
Yeah, it would be. You said it was the first time he had been back there, and I've just maybe a formation confusion. Both these teams do a ton with formations.
They do.
Two wide receivers near side. Cush. Actually not out there. Wide receiver far side. Catal going to get the fake. Nope. Up in middle. Battle. Big hard run. He runs hard. Sophomore. Not real big guy, but man, ran up there. A gain of about 6.
You know, he's deceptive. He like you said, he finds the hole and then he falls forward every time. He doesn't lose yardage.
Tackle made by Dominic for the Broncos. They'll break up a 3rd down and 1 for Louisburg. These two teams have met. The last 3 times they've met, the game has been decided by 8, 3, and 4. Louisburg beat Spring Hill last year 22-14. Spring Hill came back to win a very exciting game 2 years ago, 27-24. I think this one will be close as well. Already is. Battle. Catal, straight dive. First down. Makes a guy miss. Makes another guy miss. Big tackle, or big run rather, by Catal. Man, he is just hard to bring down. It's going to be a gain of 8 on a 3rd down and 1. He had not touched the ball in quite some time, but made the most of it right there.
He kind of bounced around like a pinball, but he was able to stay up on his feet.
Well, his first big play was just making a guy miss in the hole. A little stutter step.
Sure.
Just shook that guy to get the first down, and then there was nobody there at that second level. And it will be a first down. So after a little bit of a lull there, late first quarter, early second quarter for Louisburg, they're driving their best opportunity here, 5:16 to go in the first half.
Yeah, this is the most they've done since the first series of the game, to be honest.
2 wide receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Battle with Catal to his left. Quarterback keep all the way. Pressure coming in there hard, and he gets a big tackle for a loss. Nothing open on that one, and it's Mark Debiak. Boy, 6'4", 205. He was there in a hurry.
Yeah, he plugged the hole, and he made him stretch out and couldn't get out there.
And on 1st and 10, they're going to lose 4. It'll be 2nd down and 14 now for the Wildcats. Clock continues to tick here in this first half.
You know, now Spring Hill's starting to think, okay, do we have a chance to get the ball back? You know, if we can hold him here, keep him deep, keep him out of 3rd and short.
See if they get a stop here and don't let them get a big chunk of yardage. And maybe use a timeout as well. Maybe not this point, but you want to preserve a little bit of time for yourself. There's Battle. Rolling near side off the play action. Pressure coming everywhere. Tripped up, and he stays on his feet and then knocked out of bounds. No, still on his feet. And then finally does step out of bounds. Boy, a lot of grit there. Coming in a hurry and giving all they had on that one was Brandon Richardson, and a little shaken up, in fact, coming off that. He dove and got just the feet there of Battle. Battle showing some athleticism to keep his feet. Ends up picking up 5 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 9.
That definitely makes his 3rd down more manageable, but it's still a long way to go. You know, you got to watch out. Got to watch out for Dobbins here. They've tried him 2 times, I believe, and just missed.
Third down and 8.
Dobbins is out there, isolated to the left.
Pushing the slot. Going to throw it right at him. Good call. Just in and out of his hands. Boy, that was going to be close again to a first down.
Real close. And again, they're probably in 4-down territory, so that's a big stop for the Broncos.
You know, the one that was real high hit his hands, but was pretty high. He had to go up to get it. That one right there probably should have been caught.
I agree.
And it's real close anyways. And I had to go back across. He was supposed to stop route there. And idea is to get to the sticks and stop. He's going to be a little bit short. And I think he was probably thinking, I need to dive for a first down probably. It is going to be a punt. Stop the clock as well with 3:22. So the Broncos are going to get this ball back with 3 timeouts. Snap back, goes through the hands, right through the hands.
He's going to run it.
They're going to try to get something. I probably could try to kick it again. Boy, ripped down hard. It's a hard tackle, and they're going to let him get away with it. It's close. R.J. Dominic, boy, we've said his name a bunch tonight.
Coach is not happy about that on the Louisburg sideline. I don't know that I can blame him. I mean, he did tackle him around the neck.
Pretty hard tackle, but it's turnover on downs ends up being the actual call after the mishandled punt. And that just a little bit of maybe took his eye off the ball perhaps on the punt there for Lane Riles. And now the Broncos with excellent opportunity, 3:08.
Absolutely. They went from being pinned deep to, could threaten to score. They have 3 minutes, plenty of time. They have all 3 timeouts. They have all 3 timeouts.
Second time they've started a drive inside Wildcat territory. Handoff up the middle on a dive for Pipkin. And one of his best runs so far of the night.
He's been pretty quiet.
Broncos have had some struggles on first down, which has put them in more of a passing situation. They've had some success in the passing game as well. This is about ideal here. 2nd down and 5. Little spot pass out here to Meade. Finds that spot. Another great block by Zach Knowlton. And it's going to be a first down.
Good burst of speed after the catch.
And Carter Meade on the catch and run is going to pick up 7. It'll move the chains up inside the 35-yard line up to the 33.
1st and 10 Broncos at the Louisburg 32.
32-yard line, rather. 1st down and 10. Looking. Got his man on a stop route. That's Crotchet. And it'll be a gain of 8.
They're going to be able to exploit that all night with the cushion they're giving him.
Yeah, it's a little too easy right there. And if they don't, then there's a little pump fake and go, and it's going to be wide open.
I think we're going to see that next. I think they can throw it, and he could be on his feet.
2nd down and 2, a chance. See if they take a shot. No, keeper by Pankey. Trying to pick his way through. Spins off one would-be tackler, and lucky to get back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be no gain on the play. Going to bring up 3rd down and short.
It's like a lot of effort for not much value on that one, but
I thought he was going to get the first down too, but
32 for the Broncos.
3rd down and 2. Certainly 4-down territory here.
Absolutely.
Just approaching the 90-second mark here of this first half as well, so time going to start to become an issue. Dive for Pipkin. Just trying to get that first down. Penalty flag comes in. This is going to put them behind the 8 ball for sure. Most likely a holding penalty.
There is flag on the play.
Down and 2.
Yep, and it's old.
Holding penalty going to be called against Spring Hill. And so from 3rd and 2, it's going to go back to be 3rd and 12, if that's even at the holding penalty is at the line of scrimmage.
Just about, maybe a little bit in front of it.
Yeah, it was just a little behind the line of scrimmage, in fact, where the holding penalty took place. So backs them all the way up to a 3rd and 13. Very promising drive, turning south right now, trying to make a big play here. Straight drop, Pankey. Plenty of time. Lets it fly. Over to Seam. He's got his man wide open. It's going to be a touchdown. It'll be a 35-yard strike on 3rd and 13. Coming across there, Blake Amron, the sophomore. Nope, that's on the other team. Number 9, Daniel Mitchell. Of course it's Daniel Mitchell. Number 9, 6'1", 172-pound senior. I shouldn't make rosters that look identical to one another.
Yo, that was a great slant.
Holy mackerel.
Right across the middle. That's hard to cover, and it's also hard to throw for the quarterback.
I thought it was going to be picked going the other way, too, because there was a lot of traffic through there. But Pankey knew where he wanted to go, and Daniel Mitchell, experienced senior wide receiver, finding the opening on that slant. And with 1:07 to play, the Broncos trying to go up, and kick is up, and it is good.
A bullet.
Line drive kick. A 35-yard touchdown pitch and catch from Pankey to Daniel Mitchell. And the PAT is good, puts the Broncos up by 14. We're back at 30. You're watching the Broncos and the Wildcats on Spring Hill Sports Live and Louisburg Sports Live.
Pinky Plumbing in Spring Hill is a proud supporter of Bronco Athletics. Keeping your plumbing system in good shape can do wonders for your property's value and lifespan. Get exceptional plumbing services when you hire the plumbing specialist at Pinky Plumbing. At Pinky Plumbing, they take pride in their work and guarantee the best plumbing services in the shortest time possible at the most reasonable price. To learn more, give them a call at 913-568-8201 or visit pinkyplumbing.com. Go Broncos!
Here we go. Broncos going to kick it away here. 1:07 to play in this first half. Fletcher Pinky with 2 passing touchdowns, both very excellent plays for Spring Hill. End over end kick. Can be fielded by Cush at his 8. Center return across the 20. Good hole there across the 30. And going to be brought down. A big-time tackle, very important tackle there. And a penalty flag going to add to this most likely. No, they're going to let him get away with it there on that. But a nice tackle there by Jamon Beck. Man, made a huge tackle because that was going to be a long run.
That was 6.
Instead, it's just up to the 37-yard line. So they'll start at the 37 with right at 60 seconds to play here in this first half.
They've got 2 timeouts, so, they've got the tallest guy in the field, it feels like. So, one big play can set them up. The timeouts in a whole minute.
See what the sophomore quarterback has for Louisburg. 2 wide receivers near side, 1 to the far side. 2 right behind Battle. Straight keep by Battle. Going to bounce across the 40. Pretty conservative play call there. And might be Louisburg
content to go into
halftime.
Live to see another day.
It's going to be a gain of about 3. I bet you if that tackle doesn't happen on that kickoff return, this thing's inside Spring Hill territory. It starts to become a different decision here. But
that's for sure.
Coach Ebenstein looking to be content here. Bring up a second down. A couple of halftime shows for our Louisburg listeners. La Mesa Mexican Restaurant halftime show. Michael Grand Farm Bureau Insurance halftime show coming up, and a pass blocked down. It'll stop the clock with 15 seconds. Nice play there by Mark Debiak.
Interesting that they went back to throw because they just did a simple dive on first down, and they let a ton of time off the clock. So why not just run it again and get to half? But
Debiak having a really good first half as just a sophomore DM. I did PA for the Mavericks his 8th grade year. It was not a fair playing field.
Oh, I bet.
Not every time he touched the football, he would score a touchdown. It was pretty awesome. 2 wide receivers far side. Battle. Throw it. Again. He's got Dobbins. Intercepted by Carter Mead. Penalty flag going to come down as well. They're going to tack on a little bit here. They're at 9 seconds. Carter Mead just jumped in front of that one intended for Dobbins.
Might as well try something. That's what I was saying earlier. It could be halftime right now.
Yep.
So,
and now with 9 seconds, they're going to tack on some yardage at the end of this with either a personal foul or a face mask on that one. And it's going to be a horse collar tackle. That'll send Coach E's blood pressure through the roof. And so that's going to move it. I mean, they got a chance to take a shot at the end zone right here. I think they do, too. Boy, the difference between a 14-0 game and a 21-0 game at half is a lot.
Oh, that's huge.
In high school football, especially since the Spring Hill defense has been pretty good here after some early success on the ground by the Wildcats. They haven't had a whole heck of a lot. We'll see how aggressive Coach gets here. 9 seconds to play in this first half. Straight drop, pretty aggressive. Pinky stepping up. Now pressure coming, and there's our boy Aiden Barker. Nope, that's a different guy coming up to make that tackle.
Looks like they're content to take it into half.
Jackson Howard instead, but 2 turnovers by Louisburg. 1 turned into points, 1 stopped to drive.
And the Broncos lead here at the halftime break. It's time to kick off again the La Mesa Mexican Restaurant halftime show. La Mesa, make them a part of your pregame routine. Delicious every time. You Spring Hill fans can make them a part of your pregame routine as well. La Mesa features all of the authentic Mexican cuisine you love and incredible daily specials. Check them out on Facebook or place your order by calling 913-837-3455. La Mesa, 116 Harvest Drive in Louisburg. And, of course, we've got our Michael Graham Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. Michael's goal is to help you plan for the unexpected and protect your future. Getting to know you and the things that are most important to you will help them customize the right plan for your needs. To learn more, visit them at 117 South Main in lovely downtown Spring Hill or call 913-592-2336. Time for the halftime shows. We'll recap this first half and get you ready for the second next right here on Spring Hill Sports Live and Louisburg Sports Live.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services agents have built relationships with you, one conversation at a time. And we're as committed as ever to providing you with that level of service. As part of your community, we're here for you, answering insurance questions and helping make sure your financial goals are on track.
Contact Farm Bureau Financial Agent Michael Grand anytime or learn more at michaelgrand.com.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Spring Hill Bronco Marching Band going to perform here at halftime. We'll have that performance here at halftime for you, so enjoy that action here.
In December, the band will travel to Hawaii to marching in the 80th commemoration of the bombing of Pearl Harbor. Please welcome the Marching Bronco Band. Field directors Gus Oppo, Stephen Ratchford, and Gracie Oppo. Is your band ready to take the field? The field is yours for performance.
There you go, the Spring Hill High School Marching Band joining us right there. We're in the midst of the halftime show. It's time to take a look at our Eye on the Game, brought to you by Weitzel Optometry Vision Source. Keep an eye on your child's screen time. If they're experiencing eye strain or headache, it might be a good time for an exam. Make an appointment with Weitzel Optometry Vision Source by calling 913-592-2020. And again, I apologize. I know we'll probably hear from some folks. Dance team taking the field. Part of the issue is with some of the copyrighted music they use. We're not really allowed to have that on our broadcast, and so we kind of turn down our mics, and it's not great. Being a dance dad myself, I certainly understand 100%, but it's one of the rules when we're broadcasting here on YouTube that we cannot show or broadcast any of that copyrighted music, and so their problem. Unfortunately, I would like to figure out an alternative, and we will someday, but at that point right now, we're not really at that position, so do apologize to those folks. Again, eye on the game, recap of the first half. Louisburg won the toss, elected to defer to the second, or excuse me, they took the ball to start the ball game. They started at their own 22-yard line with 11:54 to play to start this ball game. They had a nice drive, really their best drive of the game, as they went 7 plays, ended up punting it away with 7:48 to go. Spring Hill would get it at their own 30. They would go 6 plays, eventually have to punt it as well. Louisburg gets it, 3 and out, punt. Spring Hill, they get it. They start their drive with a holding penalty and then a sack, and things just kind of went backwards at that point. So the first quarter, really kind of everybody held serve. Louisburg would get it back late in the first quarter, the minute 23 to play. And then 2 plays later, a sack and a forced fumble by Cameron Crotchett would give the ball to the Broncos with a short field. 2 plays later, a 23-yard pitching catch from Fletcher Pankey to the aforementioned Cameron Crotchett. A big-time play on defense, backed up by a very good play on offense, and a score, the first one of the game and of the season, with 11:58 to play in the second quarter. The Broncos led 7-0. Louisburg will get it back, 3 and out. Bronco defense has been pretty stiff. Spring Hill would get it at their own 50. Had put together a decent drive, but eventually turned it over on downs with 8:06 to go in the first half. Louisburg would get it, and they would put together what really was their best drive of the half. They would end up going 8 plays, but eventually have to punt it. And when they punted, the ball went through the punter's hands. He ended up just having to take it and being tackled, gave the Broncos very good field position, a turnover on downs, and with 3:08, the Broncos took the ball back at the Louisburg 45, and they would connect 5 plays later on a 3rd and 13 on a 35-yard pitch and catch from Fletcher Pankey to Daniel Mitchell with 1:07 to play in the first half, 14-0. Louisburg would get it and eventually turn it over on a interception by Carter Mead. A couple of plays later, the Broncos would run the clock out, and that would be the end of our first half. That's our Weitzel Optometry Eye on the Game. We'll take another quick break. We'll come back, start to get you ready for your second half here on Spring Hill Sports Live and Louisburg Sports Live.
Weitzel Optometry Vision Source has been the leader in optometry services and vision care in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Weitzel Optometry offers comprehensive eye care, as well as the latest, most popular lenses and frames for Spring Hill and the surrounding communities. Experience modern eye care with advanced diagnostic technology and vision correction products. And with the experience of Doctors Weitzel and Bloodgood, you're sure to see the results you're looking for. To schedule your appointment, call Weitzel Optometry Vision Source at 913-592-2020.
At Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, one patient at a time. Olathe Health. Advanced healthcare. Advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries, hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
Pankey Plumbing in Spring Hill is a proud supporter of Bronco Athletics. Keeping your plumbing system in good shape can do wonders for your property's value and lifespan. Get exceptional plumbing services when you hire the plumbing specialist at Pinky Plumbing. At Pinky Plumbing, they take pride in their work and guarantee the best plumbing services in the shortest time possible at the most reasonable price. To learn more, give them a call at 913-568-8201 or visit pinkyplumbing.com. Go Broncos!
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stowe with Paola Veterinary Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown vets who know and care about your family. Coming soon, a new location here in Paola in the industrial park with cattle hauling and boarding and grooming. With 24-hour emergency services and 3 other locations in Louisburg, Drexel, and Martin City, and a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Prime Accounting Solutions in Spring Hill is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, services, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-592-2050. Visit them at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or go online to primeaccounting.net.
Elliott Insurance Group is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and USD 230. At Elliott Insurance Group, we work, live, and shop in our local communities, serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years. Elliott Insurance Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Insurance Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Spring Hill, call 913-592-5552 or visit elliottInsuranceGroup.com.
HERS Incorporated in Spring Hill is your local Bobcat mower dealer. Bobcat mowers combine heavy gauge steel with advanced engineering to give you the best cut every time. Simple controls and design make maintenance and service quick and easy. And when you get your Bobcat at HERS, they can complete all service and repairs covered by your warranty. Bobcat mowers are affordable, giving you a commercial grade machine at a residential price. To learn more,
come and visit us at hersinc.net. Call HERS at
913-247-3530.
Hey, I'm Mike Rope, here today to encourage you to connect with 811 before you dig.
And I'm Micro, and I'm here because I love to dig in the dirt.
It's true. He's also here because he's very small and not that bright.
Here, for instance, we can see Micro doing what he loves to do.
And here we can see the consequences of not doing what he should have done. Dude, why didn't you call 811?
I forgot the number.
See? Not that bright.
Back out here on the Michael Grand Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show, also the La Mesa Mexican Restaurant halftime show. Of course, very proud and thankful for our title sponsors of both Spring Hill Sports Live and Louisburg Sports Live, Strode Orthodontics, Dr. Claire Strode, DDS. Got a nice set of braces on my kid from Dr. Strode's Orthodontics, and I appreciate them. Also, special thanks to Rick and the gang over there at Go Brawley. It just works. Those guys have been very good partners from day one on both these channels, and excited to continue those partnerships for many years to come. Right now at halftime of this one, the Broncos leading at 14-0. Bring you in here, Matt, and Broncos took advantage of their opportunities, I guess was probably the way to describe that first half for them, certainly offensively.
They absolutely did.
You're right.
They exploited some things that were given to them, but they still had, it wasn't like the ball was getting to them on the 5, so they executed, and, Louisburg has shown some signs. I mean, they've had a couple good plays, and then, Spring Hill makes a good play, they adjust, so it'll be interesting to see the coaches, how they adjusted at halftime, and, I think Louisburg, if they can settle down and dominate the trenches, I think they can wear them down a little bit, but, it seems like their whole game plan on defense has been to stop Pipkin, and they've done a pretty good job of it so far. But he's only got a couple touches, so But Spring Hill has other athletes that can get out in space and can do a lot of good things.
That's one of the benefits for Spring Hill of having, a good power runner inside, is that can free some things up on the outside and get some matchups. Also, Coach Feedback has talked a lot about his team speed on defense. That's probably what I've seen. Is there have been some plays where it looked like it was open, and I'm sure Coach Evanstein went in the locker room and told the Wildcats, he said, hey, guys, there's some plays that are just right there, and there have been a couple of passes that were almost there, a couple of runs where the holes were real big, and then it closed in a hurry. It looked like it was going to be a bigger play than it was, either because of some speed coming from behind from Spring Hill or just guys coming from the secondary and coming down to make those stops. So his 14-point lead is certainly not in the bag for Spring Hill, because at any point I think Louisburg could step up and make a big play and take advantage of it. We'll see if they can. We're going to look and see next week. The Broncos will be that's Wildcats. Wildcats will be home for their home opener against Tonganoxie. We'll have that game on here on Louisburg Sports Live. Larry will be back in action. Our new broadcaster on Louisburg Sports Live, Larry Gazaway, going to step in there, a guy who's got a tremendous amount of experience. Just a little under the weather this week. Spring Hill will be at Paola, so both teams staying in the Frontier League next week. Both teams have pretty big matchups in the Frontier League. Paola and Bonner, I think Paola had a slight advantage in that game last I checked, and Tonganoxie was getting beat up pretty good by Baser Linwood. So,
if I'm not mistaken, that game went final. Like you said, they started a couple hours earlier due to the weather, so.
Getting ready to go here in this second half. $14-0. Pretty good start so far for Coach Feedback's gang. Try to keep it going on. Caden, you got to keep that rain away out there now. Can't hear me. Took his headphones off. You got to keep that rain away.
I'm not getting the sound.
I got you. Neither are the folks in Louisburg, so 14-0. The 3-minute warm-up period. I'm going to start a one-man crusade to eliminate it.
I've never understood it. I don't know why you just don't put 15 on it or just 12.
Something.
I mean,
the 3-minute warm-up period is a broadcaster's nightmare. You get to where you're at.
Back deep for the Broncos.
Just want to play some football. Here we go. Second half kickoff brought to you by Seats Incorporated. Kick off your new career with Seats Incorporated in Spring Hill, the leader in manufacturing of quality seating and accessories for vehicles with competitive wages and benefits. To see all their openings or to apply online, go to seatsinc.com.
First kick return of the season for Spring Hill.
Back deep to receive for the Broncos is Norian Terrell right in the middle. Or actually Daniel Mitchell, I believe, and along with Zach Knowlton. I kept seeing 8. It's 9, Daniel Mitchell. He'll come up and be a lead blocker for Knowlton, trying to find a spot. Boy, good coverage down there for the Wildcats. Coming in, there's a quarterback battle. Declan Battle.
You don't see that very often.
And it's not going to be much of a return, and so Spring Hill going to start at the 26-yard line. Broncos will come out with two wide receivers to the near side, one to the far side. That's Crotchet, Pipkin, and Knowlton, either side of quarterback Fletcher Pankey. Hand off near side, Knowlton trying to find a little opening. Doesn't need much. He'll get a nice run up across the 27, 28, maybe up to the 29-yard line. It'll be a gain of 3 on the play for Knowlton.
Good hard run to start the third quarter.
Just a gain of 3. It'll bring up second down and 7.
Second and 7 for the Broncos. They're on 29.
Pipkin to the left this time of Pankey. Get another formation. We've seen lots of those from both teams.
And, essentially they're probably, the plays they're calling are probably not that different from one another. They're just giving you a different look every time.
Pankey looking right. Lets it out. Once Crotchet's got him. First down. Breaks one tackle across the 40. Up near 50 and knocked down rather just across the 50. A nice pitch and catch. A 17-yard pass.
What's interesting is the D-backs weren't playing as far back there. They were in the first half almost 10 yards off the receiver, but now they were closer to 7 or 8, and he was still able to create some space.
Broncos quick to line of scrimmage. Turn handoff. Pipkin trying to get him going a little bit. He's doing it all by himself that time. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. A host of Wildcats bring him down. First contact up front by the big fella.
Louisburg
Jackson Rooney.
Louisburg D coordinator said we're not going to let him beat us.
So far, mission accomplished on that account, but Cameron Crotchet having a pretty good ball game. There should have been maybe a free 5. It's just a gain of 1 on that run by Pipkin. They were quick to the line of scrimmage, now look to the sidelines for the call. And everybody jumped off sides everywhere. And we'll bring up a 5-yard penalty there for the Broncos.
Seems like there's a little too much going on.
Second and 14 for the Broncos at their own 42.
So loss of 5 after the gain of 17 brings up a second down at about 14. Lots of pressure. Pankey saving some time. Crotchet trying to climb the ladder and just going to be in and out of his hands. High and out of the way. And they'll bring up a third down and long.
Relatively safe throw considering he's running for his life. He's basically put it where only his guy can catch it. But
Crotchet has been a favorite target.
Absolutely.
And certainly on third down, that's probably what the Wildcats will be looking at here. Zach Knowlton, though, always a threat. Have not gotten him going down the field much. Wanting to throw a slant. There's a screen pass for Knowlton. He's got to find a little bit of running room. He's got the speed to do it. He's got the first down. Boy, a really good play call there. And that slip screen is a coach's favorite thing to do on a third and long. It ends up being a gain of about 16 to convert on third and long on the biggest catch of the game so far for Zach Knowlton.
Great call.
And head back to the huddle, back to the line of scrimmage quickly again. Rolling, flipped it out. He's got Mead, who's having a good game as well. Be a nice gain on first down to Carter Mead.
Very efficient.
Just kind of pick your poison. They've decided to stop the run, like you've said a couple of times, and they have no answer right now for the passing game of the Broncos.
Well, and they're changing it up, too. It's not just the same thing over and over. They've realized that Crotchet's there, and, on that slip screen, they went something totally off.
They finally get the ball set. It was an 8-yard pickup. Turn, handoff. Pipkin, a good cut right there in the hole. His biggest run of the game so far. Up across the 30, up near the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9 on the play on the run by Pipkin, and it was a good cut in the hole that got him open for that 9-yard pickup.
I'd like to look to see that opens up a little bit more. They've been playing the pitch and catch and then hit him with a quick run.
2 wide receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side. Pinky flips Pipkin, and that's going to affect our game.
Yeah, sure will.
Wide receiver near side to Pankey. Lets it fly to the corner.
Right through his hands.
And in and out of the hands. They'll get to that corner. We missed it a little bit.
That would have been a really impressive catch. But again, he threw it so only his receiver could catch it. It was a relatively safe throw.
Intended for Knowlton. And bring up a second down and 9. Every person here saw that. The crowd reacted. I'm not going to say anything.
Actually shined off my glasses.
Wide receiver near side. Turn. Nope, keep it. Pitch. Outside Knowlton. It's going to be covered up pretty good by the Wildcats. They saw that one coming. Tackled out of bounds. The locals did not like it.
They want a late hit. Which it's hard to see all the way over there. You know, he was driven out of bounds, but it's hard to tell if it was a true late hit.
A loss of 2 on the play.
3rd and 12 for the Broncos. Louisburg 26.
2 wide, 3 to the near side, rather. Rolling this way, it's Fletcher Pankey looking downfield, lets it flip and way out of the hands of reach for.
Nothing going on there.
Knowlton just kind of threw that one away, and it'll bring up a 4th down. We'll see what they decide to do here. This is a long drive. It was the opening drive of the second half.
You know, you'd hate to come away with nothing here, so this is a big 4th down. You want to assert yourself here in the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
It will be the 12th play of this drive.
Got to be thinking Crotchet over there on the right side.
4th down and 12. On the 12th play, straight drop. Pankey, plenty of time, lets it fly. He's going to throw it to the corner. Crotchet's going to go back to get it. Can he make the catch? No, out of bounds. Official right on top of it. So is Carvalho.
In the end zone.
But a penalty flag on the near side, perhaps. Cameron
maybe not.
Arguing his point.
Yeah, there's some. I don't know if there's some pass interference.
Where is I didn't see the flag.
It's on the O, right before the S.
Oh, yes. Yep.
It's camouflaged.
Based on where it's sitting and where the play happened, I'm guessing more of a
PI.
Holding. It is pass interference.
Must have been away from the ball. But
well, if it's pass interference, it had to be where the ball was happening. If it was holding, but maybe just drop the flag. Typically, it puts it down there, but we'll see. I never did see an indication from the white hat. 10-yard penalty? No. More than that.
I mean,
it's going to be a first down, though. Man, a big break there for the Broncos. Regardless of what the play call ended up being by the officials, it's automatic first down for Spring Hill. Still not really sure. Handoff Pipkin again right at the point of attack. They are all over that. This time tackle made by Nathan Vincent, junior defensive linebacker. Actually coming in there from a linebacker spot was Vincent.
Second and 13 for the Broncos.
3 wide receivers near side. Knowlton in the slot. Looking that way all the way is Pankey. He wants the outside man. Makes a guy miss. It's Mitchell again. Daniel Mitchell gets loose. His second touchdown of the ball game. Daniel Mitchell. This time it's a 14-yard hookup.
You know what impresses me about Spring Hill? Their routes for high school football. Their routes are crisp. Their routes are clean. That's really hard to cover when you're a defensive back. When they know their routes that well and they're that efficient, all you got to do is just toss it to the spot and he's going to be there. And he made a great effort to get in the end zone.
Mitchell with his second touchdown of the ball game. And Russo snaps back, holds down, kick is up. This one a little more traditional looking and good. 3 for 3. Broncos lead by 3 scores. 8:10 to play in the 3rd quarter. The Broncos go 14 plays and punch it in. We're back at 30. 21-0. 8-10 to go here in this third quarter. About as good a start to the second half as you could have drawn up for Spring Hill. They closed out the first half with an interception as the Wildcats were trying to make a push to put one in, and then start the third quarter.
Good deep kick.
Russo starting to get into it a little bit. A soccer player / football player, and got a boot on him. Best PAT he's had all night just a moment ago, and probably his best kickoff as he gets a touchback. That's always good in high school. If you can kick touchbacks, that changes the game quite a bit. Louisburg will start at their own 20. Own 25, rather.
Not how Louisburg wanted to start the second half, but we'll see the adjustments they made on offense and what they come out, and if they're going to try to reestablish the run or if they think that down 3 touchdowns, they need to kind of air it out a little bit.
You can't devalue the sophomore quarterback against the senior quarterback with 5 starts under his belt that Fletcher Pankey has, and Fletcher has quietly had himself a heck of a ball game. Obviously, he's the guy putting it in the hands of those wide receivers. We talk about the wide receivers because they're the ones catching it, but Fletcher has managed a really good game here in his senior debut for the Broncos. Let's see what the sophomore Declan Battle can get going for Louisburg. He'll turn hand off to Catu, trying to catch the edge, and there's that speed.
Great pursuit.
Man, he came in a hurry. What a nice play there by Austin Rivers. Running downhill, the 5'10", 150-pound senior linebacker. Coach mentioned his linebackers undersized, but they're fast, and you saw it right there.
Absolutely.
That's going to end up being a loss of 9 yards. It's going to be a loss of 4 yards. I had it at the 25. It's a 20. My math was right. My location was wrong.
It happens.
I'm going to say bet Katau is negative yardage for the ball game. They've really gotten to him as well. These running backs have kind of been both neutralized.
Absolutely.
Delayed game penalty. Going to add 5 more yards to that.
That first drive for Spring Hill really rattled Louisburg, it appears.
Ball spot back at the 11-yard line of Louisburg. Second and 19 for the Wildcats.
Quick pass there. Pick the outside for Cush. Cush going to get a big chunk of that penalty yardage and the loss on first down back. And that's just a simple pitch and catch there. They gave him pretty good cushion, pardon the pun. And it will be.
They did, but again, they're keeping him in front of him, and I think for the most part, I think Spring Hill's okay with keeping him in front of. They're trying to avoid giving up the big play right now.
Pass and catch of 16 yards, one of the biggest plays of the ball game so far for Louisburg. And it will be a third down and manageable here, 3rd down and 3 for the Wildcats. Haven't talked a lot by name of those big fellas up front, but that Hayden Hoover standing there in the middle of that D-line. One of the guys over the ball. Mark Debiak, we said his name a few times. Turn, handoff, Catu, and not much there. Penalty flag going to come in as well, trying to get something. And on cue, as soon as I said his name, he makes the tackle, and Hayden Hoover. It's going to be not a first down anyway, but I believe a holding penalty going to back it up even more. Things have gone from bad to worse here for Louisburg.
Must have been pretty blatant because that'd be hard to see in the scrum that they were in.
It was immediate, too. I mean, almost as soon as the ball was handed off, there was a flag come flying in there. It was at the 25, so this is going to go back to the 15. And so it's going to bring up a 3rd and 15.
It's kind of how Louisburg's been this evening. They make a positive play or two, and then they make a mistake, and they end up kind of shooting themselves in the foot.
15 for the Wildcats at their own 15-yard line.
3rd down and 15 here for the Wildcats. 6:19 to play in the third quarter. 21-0. Spring Hill having a pretty good 2021 season debut. Blitz shown. Pressure comes. Battle. Time to throw it up. He's got the big fella down the field, just out of bounds.
Looks like they might call pass interference on that one.
Oh, man.
That was
well out of bounds. Didn't really see him take an attempt on the ball.
It didn't look like he grabbed his jersey. I guess he could have. They're closer than we are, but.
He lost the white hat on. It was against Louisburg, actually.
Louisburg.
So you'll decline that. Will the Broncos, I believe.
Yep. All the coaches are
confused. Almost as confused as we are. You decline it, yeah. This is a pretty easy decision.
They're making sure the boys make the right call.
Penalties declined, bringing up a 3rd and 15 for the Wildcats at their own 15-yard line.
Should be 4th and 15. Should be a punting situation. If you can take that play, you punt.
Correct.
You decline the penalty. It brings up 4th down.
Yep.
Them sort this out. Now they finally all come to the conclusion you and I had about 3 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I jest. 21-0.
It's been a good series for Spring Hill defense, and like we're saying, Louisburg has made a mistake and kind of shoot themselves in the foot. Spring Hill's done the exact opposite. They've played a pretty clean game for the first game of the season, especially.
Daniel
Mitchell and Knowlton back to receive for Spring Hills. They stand just outside their own 45-yard line. Fair caught here by Knowlton, and body's right on top of him. This time, very clean catch. It's going to be up and inside Louisburg territory.
Good position.
Another good field position here for Spring Hill, and really could go a long way to putting an early nail in the coffin here in this one with 6:03 to go in the third. If you can punch one more into the end zone here in this third quarter. Broncos on the road at Paola next week. Louisburg will host Tonganoxie. Pipkin going to flip out of the backfield, try to get him going in the passing game. And not much there. That's one of those passes that's got to be out in front just a little bit to let him take advantage of some of his size and momentum. And he had to kind of stop his momentum and never got going.
Kind of made him a sitting duck right there.
Loss of 2 on the play to bring up a 2nd down and 12.
2nd and 12 for the Broncos.
Complete passes and runs are what you want if you're the Broncos as well. Keep that clock ticking. That was doomed from the beginning.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to pull it. He did pull it, but.
Yeah, Pinky's actually going to get called for that run. But it's going to be a loss of 3 this time. Just kind of I'd chalk that up probably as a busted play.
Yeah, sure.
Nathan Vincent was right there coming in once again. We've said his name a little bit here of late. And 3rd and 15 for the Broncos. They've overcome some of these tonight with some big plays. Knowlton had a big one a moment ago. Cameron Crotch had a big 3rd down catch. Ended up being a touchdown. That was 4th down, actually. Now Panky, pressure coming, lets it fly, stands up in there, throws it down. He's got his man. He's got the 1st down.
Great catch, great throw.
And it's Carter Mead, I believe, another big catch.
Mead looks like he's a little slow to
a little
get up.
shaken up on the play. It's going to end up being a catch.
Maybe a cramp. Looks like it, maybe.
33-yard pitching catch for number 32.
Several of Pinky's throws have been like that. He's been flushed and he's kept his composure and he's made some really good throws. And he's not just been sitting in the pocket. He's been on the run.
They will tend to Carter Mead. We will take a quick break. While they do that, you're watching Spring Hill Sports Live and Louisburg Sports Live.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
First down and 10 after the 33-yard completion from Pankey to Carter Mead. Mead a little bit shaken up. He comes over to the sidelines, starts drinking a little bit of water. I think he might be right on a cramp. Turn, handoff. Knowlton trying to get the end around. Grabbed his shoulder, still on his feet. And for as undersized as Zach Knowlton, and he is not a guy who comes down on the first touch very often. And that looked like it was going to be a loss in the play. Lucky to get maybe a yard. That's where they put that ball down.
He got spun around. I think it actually spun around
into a hole.
Back to the line of scrimmage.
Ended up being no gain, actually, officially. Pankey with Pipkin to his right. Rolling. Flushed. Looking. Still looking. Going to try to turn it upfield. He'll get what he can. Good pressure by Vincent once again. But you're right. Good call on his part.
Yep.
Knocked out of bounds by number 51, Nathan Vincent. Third and 8 for the Broncos at the Louisburg 16-yard line.
Third down and 8 here for the Broncos. Pankey
short time.
Wants a timeout. I think he saw something that he didn't like, and he pointed it out. They called a timeout. So timeout on the field, 3:54 to play here in this third quarter. We'll take it along with him. We're back in 30 seconds.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your local Bobcat mower dealer. Bobcat mowers combine heavy gauge steel with advanced engineering to give you the best cut every time. Simple controls and design make maintenance and service quick and easy. And when you get your Bobcat at Hers, they can complete all service and repairs covered by your warranty. Bobcat mowers are affordable, giving you a commercial grade machine at a residential price. To learn more,
come and visit us at hersinc.net. Call Hers at
913-247-3530.
21-0, 3:54 to play in this third quarter. B.J. Harris, Matt Jones, Caden Carbajo. They're in a balmy Spring Hill High School Stadium. One of the best facilities you will find in high school football in the state of Kansas. I've been in a lot of them. This is one of the best. Here we go. Third down and 8 for the Broncos. Trying to keep this drive alive and trying to put this game on early ice. Pankey flush, steps up in there again, trying to keep his composure. And that just kind of broke down. Good coverage downfield by the Wildcats. And Pankey lost it in there. Aiden Barker said his name a few times.
Yeah, Barker's had a big game. He's done a little bit of everything. Pankey did the best he could there.
Going to try a field goal rather here for Russo. Rocco Russo. The guy can make it a kick from 35, 36 yards out. It's a guy named Rocco Russo. Bajo going to get this one, try to get the whole thing in frame. We'll see. Snaps back, holds down, kick is on the way. Looks like it's got the distance, and it is good. A 35-yard after those line drive PATs we saw in the first two. A field goal for 35 yards.
It's a great kick. And you know what, interesting, he was straight lined up with the ball. He did not take the 2 steps to the left. He just
soccer style.
Straight at it.
Yep, soccer style. And that's the soccer player should kick it soccer style, I think.
That's right.
So a drive that kind of looked like it was stalling out. The big play on that one was a 33-yard pitch and catch from Pankey to Carter Mead. Mead's had a few of those big catches here tonight. And with a 3:03 to go here in the third quarter, they have a 4-score lead now, 24-0.
23, Riley Van Eaton. Sending the kickoff to the Broncos, number 6, Rocco Russo.
Rocco going to go right back to work. Cush going to field this one at the 10. Center return. He's had a couple of holes there at times. It gets closed pretty quickly. Penalty flag going to come flying in as well. We'll see who they get that one on. Wait for the call from the White Hat on that mess that was there on the kickoff return. Block in the back going to be called against Louisburg, and so, well, they've really hurt themselves on that last drive. In fact, they had one of their biggest plays of the game, a pitch and catch that went to Cush for 16 yards, and then a holding penalty, and then a pass interference. Eventually ended up in a punt.
That's, coach is going to be he's going to be frustrated, but that's, you can eliminate penalties. Definitely need to clean some stuff up on their side. They had a decent return, and again, called right back.
They will start at their own 19-yard line with 2:58 to go here in this third quarter. Turn, handoff. Trying to find some running room is Riley Van Eaton, and he is not going to have much there. In fact, maybe loses a yard.
Spring Hill swarming to the ball. They're definitely confident on both sides of the ball right now.
Yeah, they've really hit the ground running. I'm pretty impressed with how Spring Hill has put together this game. They've had some big plays. They've had to overcome a little bit and had some very fortunate things happen as far as the ball being in the right spot. Sure. But they've also defensively just been lights out. And I know that was one of the big question marks for Spring Hill coming in with 9 seniors on a really good team last year, guys who went on to play college football at the defensive side of the ball. And how do you replace those guys? Well, these guys have really stepped up big. That young class, there's some youngsters in there that are really contributing, and then that secondary is fast. Battle, turn, handoff. Van Eaton again. This time he hits the hole in a hurry. And he's going to be brought down. Carter Mead, who's back into the ball game after having some cramps, helped out by Zach Knowlton on the tackle. We'll bring up a third down, but a third down and short now.
That's a good quick hitter for Louisburg. Yep. That'll get your confidence back.
Ends up being a gain of about 9. And it'll bring up a third down and 2. Remember, they lost a yard on that first play. Inside a minute 40 to play third quarter. On to the far side is Dobbins. They're going to probably keep it on the ground. This time they do go right back to Van Eaton. And Van Eaton trying to take over this game a little bit. It ends up being a gain of 4. He needed 3, and they get it. And a first down. They have not had a first down in quite some time. They did get the first down, I guess, on that 16-yard pass, but they haven't kind of ground one out. They certainly haven't gained one on the ground in a while.
No, they haven't.
Try to get that going. I bet you see more of Van Eaton here on this drive. I'd say go with what you got, what's working right now. First down and 10, just across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Running backs to either side. Straight drop. Looking.
Good pressure.
Sacked in the backfield. Brought down. Who is it? Back there to get in on the fun is Keanu Tiafu. Tiafu gets in there to make that play. And it's a loss of 6 after the first down.
Once again, Louisburg a step forward, a step back. But, give the Broncos credit for that. They were swarming on the pass play. They had great pressure.
Second down and 16. Now for the Wildcats. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. They have a delay of game with 2 seconds left. Just kind of out of sorts is how you'd describe this.
Game against Louisburg.
Sometimes on a team where you can get a good mix of youth and experience, things can happen. I mean, guys stay fresh. I haven't seen anybody other than those, Carter Mead having those cramps, but man, he's probably ran 6 miles tonight.
Oh, for sure.
And but you get just a little bit of the excitement. You got a guy like Mark Debiak who come in there and disrupt things. He's just a sophomore, but then the old steady hands, number 13, all the way back there in Zach Knowlton. It's Going to make some teams think about playing a Spring Hill team, I think. Certainly the way their defense has played so far.
Yeah.
So second down, it's a lot further now. Second down and 21. And that's the end of the third quarter. Boy, that's a weird way to end a quarter.
It was.
We head to the fourth. Broncos in control, 24-0 here at home against the Wildcats.
Are you ready for a new kind of internet? Then it's time for Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Reliable and fast, priced right, with plans starting at $34.95. No throttling, no tricks, more upload speed, and the best service. Just ask our customers. Experience a new kind of internet. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit GoBrawley.com. Go Brawley. It just works.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is the area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you place that faulty trimmer or mower, bring it to Hers and let their experts get you back to work. Hers also takes care of hydraulic hoses, cylinder reseal, and mechanical control cables, such as push-pull, brake, throttle, and more. Plus, they carry quality equipment like Bobcat mowers, Steiner tractors, grass trimmers, and more. Hers is even a UPS drop-off station. To learn more,
come and visit us at hersinc.net. Call Hers at
913-247-3530.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Pinky Plumbing in Spring Hill is a proud supporter of Bronco Athletics. Keeping your plumbing system in good shape can do wonders for your property's value and lifespan. Get exceptional plumbing services when you hire the plumbing specialist at Pinky Plumbing. At Pinky Plumbing, they take pride in their work and guarantee the best plumbing services in the shortest time possible at the most reasonable.
Second down and a long way here for the Wildcats coming in to start this fourth quarter, trying to catch the edge. And again, that swarming defense. And again, one of the guys leading the charge, that speed, Austin Rivers from that linebacker's spot. He has really stepped in. That linebacking core is one of the spots that they had to replace most of their guys. And these guys have really stepped in and have not missed a beat. In fact, a loss on that play.
Bro, they've had an excellent game other than the very first series. Other than the very first series, they've done a great job filling. They've done a great job with their pursuit.
So a loss of another yard or two.
You know,
who's keeping track at this point?
If you're Louisburg, what do? Do you try to air it out? Do you try to get out of here without a turnover?
I don't know. Things have not worked out well here in the second half for them. Showing blitz. They will bring that blitz on third down. Why not? Trying to get to him. Battle gets out there, boy, just about got out. And if he breaks the tackle of R.J. Dominic, then he's going to be running. He'll have a first down, I think. Everybody else is cleared out. They were running down the field. You talked about airing it out. That's what they were going to do right there.
They tried.
And
again, another good, solid open field tackle.
He came in from behind him, Dominic.
Back deep for the Broncos, 13, Zach Knowlton, number 9, Daniel Mitchell. In punt formation, number 33.
So Ryle's going to punt it away here for the Wildcats. Get a good hold, or get a hold of it, rather. Knowlton's going to have a chance to return this one down the sidelines. He wants to bring it back to the middle of the field. He might just do that now. He's going to be brought down. We're trying to make something. I get it. You can see he got that sidelines, and now going to be a little bit shaken up as well. You got to be careful taking those chances. I think he's cramping.
Yep.
So
it's humid. It's very humid out there.
Still a really good field position. The Wildcats have punted a bunch here tonight. So Spring Hill will start at the Louisburg 43 here with 10:16 to play in this fourth quarter.
You know, at this point, does Spring Hill start trying to ground and pound and you know, just run the rest of the clock out, or are they going to just keep attacking?
I say you run the ball, but they haven't really been able to run the ball consistently between the tackles, certainly. And
no.
But this is as good a time as any to try that. He'll fling it down the field, though. He's got Crotchet again, a big pickup. Crotchet lost it as well as he was going out of bounds. You saw that beanbag come in there, but it's a nice pickup. It's going to be a gain. See where they end up marking that out of bounds.
Looks like Crotchet's a little banged up, too. He's the wrist, maybe.
Just a little.
Kind of maybe fell on it funny.
He'll shake it loose. Nothing fixes something that's hurt by more than shaking it.
Yeah, that's right.
You know? It's a 10-yard pickup, though, on the pitch and catch. Crotchet, who's had a really big game. Here's a penalty flag. It's going to be a legal procedure against Spring Hill. Not exactly sure what that was, but sometimes you're not supposed to, though. You know, if you really hurt something, you're probably not supposed to shake it.
Well, they maybe that's what they have to do. There's no dirt anymore, so there's no dirt to rub on it.
Yeah, rub a little dirt on it. Heard that a few times.
Yeah.
Bill Kroenke, offensive line coach at Pittsburgh State. It's a long way from your heart. That was his. I could have been having a heart attack, and he would have told me it's a long way from my heart.
Yeah.
So, 3 wide receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Turn, handoff, Pipkin trying to pick his way. He's got a big hole there on the left side. Just got to keep rumbling. He does. Across the 30. Still on his feet near the 25. Dives across the 25-yard line. A tougher run you will not see tonight. Ends up being a gain of about 14 yards.
And that's what they've been looking to get him just enough space so he can get out there and break tackles.
A little bit of inexperience. He is in his junior year. He played quite a bit last year as a sophomore. But the other thing he's probably got to figure out, when the hole's there, when it finally does come open, hit it and go.
Yep.
Because he had a little bit of hesitation. He might have been even more of a run. This time kind of picked through, trying to get that first down. It's going to be a little bit short, a run on by Pipkin.
Well, the back, like you said, he needs to be hammered down, north and south, getting upfield, breaking tackles. Juke when you're out in the space on the sides, not right at the line of scrimmage.
And once he got through that line,
he did.
He's got tremendous balance. You saw that. Wrestler, 2-time state qualifier, and he's offsides there, got away with it.
He sure did.
And he might even try to get a first down. No, it'll be 4th down. They're really getting strong now. Same dude. We've said him about 1,000 times. Aiden Barker, watch that dude. Watch him. He is going to be an all-conference guy for sure. Just in one game, I will say that. You can take that to the bank. But now a 4th down. I guess the only good part here about things is the drive is kind of stalled out a little bit as it's taken quite a bit of time off the clock. I'll fling it out here for Knowlton. He's got to make a guy miss. He does, of course, across the 20. And he's got the first down up near the 18-yard line. Old Johnny on the spot there, a gain of 6 yards, maybe 7.
He's shifty.
Yeah. He just kind of knows. I think he knows how the things work and knows where the hole's going to be. And so he doesn't even think about where the hole is. He just goes to it.
That's exactly right.
Keeper by Pankey. He has not really carried the ball a whole lot tonight. He certainly has that ability. So he'll pick up 1 yard. 8:12 to play here, 4th quarter, 24-0. Another critical conversion on 4th down. Throw it. He's got his man. Another one for Daniel Mitchell, who's had himself a very good ball game. All the wide receivers have been in the mix here tonight. Carter Meade, Daniel Mitchell, Cameron Crotchet, Zach Knowlton. You want to talk about some pretty nice little receiving core for Fletcher Pankey. I mentioned he's just kind of distributed it, but why wouldn't you if you got those guys at your disposal? 3rd down, first down and goal rather, as he gets the first down. Now flush, pressure coming from Vincent. Little block, he's just going to flip it out there, and he'll throw it out of bounds. Good call there by Fletcher.
Yeah, good self-awareness. He knew where he was on the field and didn't take a loss.
Brings up the 2nd and goal for the Broncos at the Louisburg 8-yard line.
This is the 9th play of this drive. Started at the Louisburg 43 with 10:16 to go. Almost 3 minutes long now. Here as Pankey rolls, looking, lets it fly. He's got Carter Meade, I believe. And
you got a flag.
I think a hand came in there maybe at the last minute. Kind of distracted Meade because it hit him right between the numbers. But Penalty flag would not have mattered anyway. It was a holding penalty. He's going to bring this one back.
Once again about Pinky, the throws that he's making are only to the Spring Hill receivers.
Yep.
He's been very safe, very protective of the football, and that's hard to do at this level.
So the holding penalty backs them all the way up, and so it's going to be the classic second down and goal from the 23.
Second and goal for the Broncos. Louisburg, 23-yard line.
Mitchell tight to the near side along with Knowlton over there. Or far side, rather. Straight drop looking Pinky. Lets that one develop. Got it, guys. Mitchell again just out of his reach. Boy, Daniel Mitchell's ran some really good routes. He was as wide open as you can get, and Pinky just missed him.
And that was one of the few misses that he has had tonight.
Third and goal for the Broncos.
So third down and goal now from the 23-yard line. Stops the clock with 7:29 to play here in the fourth.
The unfortunate part of all the passing is that the clock is not running.
Yep. Third down and a long ways. Throw it to the corner. He wants Knowlton. Oh, man, that was dangerous. Did he make that? He did.
Holy cow.
Holy mackerel.
What a catch.
I didn't think in a million years he held onto that ball. It was hard hit, and what a play. Zach Knowlton made 23-yard pitch and catch from Pinky. Pinky's third touchdown to the ball game.
His cleats were 3 feet in the air. He got drilled. That's wonderful concentration.
Number 6, Russo.
Russo going to come on to kick the point after attempt. That deserved a better call than I gave it because I really had no intentions of that ball being caught, and I will not second guess Zach Knowlton again all season long, I promise you. That was awesome. 31-0. What a nice coming out here against one of your rivals, one of the more lopsided wins. I'm sure when we did this game a couple of years ago, it had been 5 or 6 years since the Broncos had beaten the Wildcats. They're about to beat them twice in 3 years, and they are in full control of this one here on Spring Hill Sports Live and Louisburg Sports Live. Again, we've got some Louisburg fans here listening on our Spring Hill broadcast. To apologize for sound. Our broadcaster was out of hand tonight, and we tried to get some audio going on that broadcast. Not sure exactly what was going on, but trying to do our best with the situation at hand. I think everybody's been doing that. I think people have gotten as used to possible of just kind of rolling with the punches. But at some point, the punches probably need to quit rolling in.
I agree.
But 31-0, 7:21 to play here in this ball game. It's been a really good night, though, if you're a Bronco fan. And this is probably going to be one of those scores that people are going to go, we'll probably need to take the Broncos seriously. It's prep, and I think the film on the defense certainly. And okay, stop Pipkin. Now what? You got 4 wide receivers. Pick one. Who are you going to stop? Cameron Crotch will take advantage of you. Mm-hmm. Then Zach Knowlton will be open, and it's the positions in which they play too, and the way they are utilized is what makes them tough to defend.
Well, and they line up in different spots, like you said. They have so many different formations. You're basically exploiting the matchups that you have, but it's not the same D-back that you're going against. Right. Sometimes it's a linebacker, and that's just a bad matchup for most linebackers at this level.
31-0, 7:14 to play here in this fourth quarter. Again, the Broncos are on the road at Paola. That'll be a big one for them. They'll get a chance to really test and see if this was, an apparition or if this is the real deal, because that Paola team's going to be, I think, better than this Wildcat team. I don't think Paola's going to be quite as good as they were a year ago, because that team a year ago was darn good. I mean, they were probably one of the better high school teams I've had a chance to broadcast for, and I covered all their games last year. Excited to be here on the Spring Hill broadcast this year. Straight drop for Battle. Oh, stroked.
Drilled.
He just made a catch and got hit real hard, and then he brims back on defense and strokes a guy. I mean, I'm telling you what, that was a big-time hit there coming up from the secondary for Zach Knowlton.
And Knowlton says, but I caught it.
28-yard line is where this one starts, and they're on an incomplete pass, breakup, intended for Van Eaton on that one. Wildcats probably going to try to throw themselves into this one, which at some point you kind of take your medicine a little bit, but you got to also kind of keep trying some things. First game of the year, you want to
work on some stuff.
We'll see what they do. Nearly fumbled, but Groton brought down. Good tackle there on the outside edge, being brought down. Garrett Bauer, 6'5", 180-pound senior linebacker, coming up to make that stop. His cheering session not far from us. You can kind of hear them. It'll be a gain of 1.
Third and 9 for the Wildcats. Throw 29.
Next series offense, and then if they come back out on defense again, do you start putting some subs in? Because the way things have gone the last 2 years, you never know who you're going to have the next week.
Absolutely. You need to. We'll see how this drive goes. Certainly, I think if it goes the way I expect it to, we'll see. But timeout taken by the Wildcats. We'll take it as well. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Louisburg Sports Live and Spring Hill Sports Live. .636 to go in this home opener here for the Spring Hill Broncos. B.J. Harris, Matt Jones, Caden Carbajo here on Spring Hill Sports Live, simulcast on our Louisburg Sports Live channel as well. Tonganoxie gets beat tonight by Basel Linwood. They kicked off earlier at 5 o'clock. That was at home for Tonganoxie. Don't have any other updates pass along for you. Guess I could go look. Bronco defense has been lights out. Blitz going to be shown again. They will bring it. Pressure coming on the backside. Mark Debiak trying to get back there. He does. Sacked in the backfield. Mark Debiak, a little help from his friends as well. Not far behind him was Hayden Hoover. And it's a big loss on third down. All the way back near the 20.
And it's not even just the pressure. The receivers are well covered. Even if they didn't have the pressure, he doesn't have anybody to throw to right now.
Wayne Riles going to punt it once again. Knowlton will stand just beyond the 50-yard line to receive this one. Snaps back. Riles get a chance at one here. Good. Looked like it was coming out, but a little bit off the mark, I think. And that one just died in the air. It looked like that was going to take off, and it was going the wrong direction. A little knuckler. That ends up being a 20-yard punt. Less than a 20-yard punt. Actually, 18 yards.
I don't know if you noticed, 16 looks like James Newton. He about hit the ground trying to get out of the way of the ball.
Yeah, get out of the way. between the air conditioner and the warm air coming in, we're going to have a front that's going to create inside this press box.
Well,
if the storm comes, it was brewed right here.
That's right.
I can't decide if I'm hot or cold in here.
Yeah.
What a wimp I am. So the Broncos are going to run out new quarterbacks. You wondered about those substitutions. You got them. Luke Metcalf going to go in at quarterback.
That's probably a wise move. You're up 31 points.
Yeah.
You have 5 minutes left.
Good opportunity.
Get him some reps. No reason to get anybody hurt on the starters.
Turn, handoff. Going to be a good run on the first carry of the ball game for Colton McKenna. 5'9", 170-pound sophomore. The quarterback I mentioned, Metcalf, 6'2", 168, a junior. And these reps are crucial, like you said. I mean, Pinky had to come in last year. Evan Letelier was the, expected quarterback to start the season. super good athlete, collegiate, going on to the next level. That's how good of an athlete he was, but got injured. Fletcher Pinckey came in and had some big games and really willed him to some wins. Had a nice win against Shawnee Heights in that first round of the playoffs. Then obviously they met the buzzsaw that is Mill Valley right now.
Mill Valley solid.
2 wide receivers far side, 2 to the near side. Metcalf, handoff again. Penalty flag comes in, picking his way forward for a couple, but I think this one's probably coming back.
It's like a hold.
Yeah, holding penalty. That was right at the point of attack as well. That's typically what that is. And it's all the way back now to be 18, second and 18 for the Broncos. This number 2 squad. It was a wholesale change too. A lot of times you'll see them bringing a new quarterback, maybe the running back, leave your O-line out there. I believe that's mostly a new O-line as well.
Yeah, that's a good idea. They're getting reps together.
Snaps back for Metcalf. Throws it. That was underthrown. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 18. 4:27 to play here in the ball game.
Third and 18 for the Broncos at Louisburg. 47.
Let the play clock come down, but that's irrelevant with the game clock not moving. Good run there. How about this little pick and move? What a nice run. Very good run by Colton McKenna. The sophomore running back, boy, hit the hole in a hurry and knew what to do with it after he got through there. A nice gain. All the way up just shy of the 30-yard line, up to the 32. And it was a gain of 14, I believe.
Louisburg 32.
Gain of 13 or 14 yards. Let's say 14 yards. 4th down. Trying to convert on this one. Metcalf rolling pressure coming on the backside. Lets it fly. He's got his man again, a little underthrown, nearly intercepted. Pass was out there intended for Lawrence Dominic.
Pass intended for number 81, Lawrence Dominic, falls incomplete.
A little short. The route could have been slightly rounded off a little bit. Stuff to work on. That's nothing wrong with that.
Turnover on downs for the second time tonight for the Broncos. And Louisburg will start this drive deep inside their own territory. Field position has not been all that great for Louisburg tonight.
It's like they're going to keep most of the starters out there on the defense. A lot of pride in the big 0 on the opposing side.
Carter Mead matched over here on the near side with Dobbins and done a nice job against that guy who's going to have some big games, I suspect, for Louisburg. Turn, handoff.
Right. He's done a great job.
Snuck through there. I was looking away because I saw Rivers come flying in there. He tackled everything but the ball. Austin Rivers comes flying in and had like 4 guys. He just took the pile one way. The guy was coming by him. Luckily, his teammates were there too, but fill the hole, and if the guy goes the other hole, hope that your teammates have him, and they did. Just a gain of 4 on the play, though. All on the run by Van
taking up the blockers.
That's right. 4-yard gain. Bring up a 2nd down and 6. Under 3 to play here in the ball game. Trying to pick his way through there is Battle.
Hard-nosed run.
Battle got some. I did color for our Louisburg channel whenever they played St. James Academy last year. He got in the game on some pretty crucial times. Had to come in and did well against teams that turned out to be the eventual state champion. Knocked off Bishop Miege and went on to win state championship against Stark City. And that St. James Academy team just got hot at the right time. And, man, they were darn good by the end of the season.
Yeah, they did.
3rd down and short. First down for Van Eaton he'll have a gain of about 3 yards.
My question is, when's the last time Miege has lost 2 games in a row? Because they lost last night and they lost the state. They lost in the playoffs last year, so that doesn't happen very often there.
If Chet Copeland was here from Sports of Kansas, he'd be able to tell us that.
I'm sure.
I bet you. I bet you that stat is in his brain, with a lot of other statistics.
I've coached with guys over the year, mainly in wrestling, that if you needed to know who this kid wrestled six years ago and what the score was and what moves he used, he could tell you.
Yeah, my memories to Rolodex like that. It just whatever comes up. It's probably in there somewhere, but
Yeah.
I can't recall it. Hand off Cattell, and not much there. Maybe be lucky to get a gain of 1. Tackle Zach Knowlton. Actually, RJ Dominic there to make that play. I don't know why I got those two guys confused. One's 6'5", one's 5'9", so 5'8", 5'9". But they both have 3 in their number. Give me a break.
Hey.
What were we just talking about?
It's the humidity and the cold air behind you. It's a sinus problem.
Think of something, Matt. Think of something for me, would you? That's a legal substitution. It's definitely a legal substitution now. Broke the huddle with 12. Well, broke the huddle with 11. Actually, wouldn't be going out. Penalty flag. He never had a chance. Pressure coming immediately. Coming downhill right off the bat was Brandon Richardson. We've said his name a few times. Another one of those undersized linebackers that are flying around. And the thing is, we'll say it, and I'll say it 100 times this year, I'm sure, undersized linebacker, whatever, because they are. But boy, they've been sure tacklers. And Rivers is undersized, but he is, like I said, he just took on about 4 guys a minute ago.
Well, I'm not a big guy, but there's something to be said about, being tough and having good technique and just being a fighter. I mean,
well, I'm sure you've heard that not the size of the dog in the fight, the size of the fight in the dog a few times over your
I probably
career.
got a T-shirt that says that somewhere buried in my closet.
I bet you do. And that's true. That is absolutely true. I went to my high school year. Our starting center was 5'9", 155 pounds, and we won 11 games. So
hey.
I'll take him every time. In and out of the hands of the intended receiver. That's the tight end, Isaiah Whitley. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Stops the clock with 33 seconds. We'll have our post-game shows. We'll have an abbreviated post-game show in anticipation, trying to get everything out from outside inside before possibly some of this rain moves into the area. But post-game shows on our Spring Hill Sports Live. Thankful for our partnership with Shoemaker Collision Repair and Paint Center. Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center. Work with all insurance companies. Get you back on the road in no time. To learn more, visit them online at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095. And then thankful for our partnership with Vose Pharmacy, our sponsor on our Louisburg Sports Live. Pass down the field, good coverage. Textbook. That's how you get in somebody's hip pocket.
They're going to throw a flag on it. It looks like they're pointing towards Louisburg.
Yeah, there's no way that was on 22. I mean, that was about as Jamon Beck. That was about as good as it gets, right there. I mean, right in his hip pocket. When he turns, you turn. Get right there in front of him. He's in perfect position to make a play. I mean, unless he was backing against him as he was going, I don't know. Dobbins, what you need to do is somebody probably needs to explain to him what he's doing, because I can tell by his body language he doesn't realize what he's doing. And I think he thinks, I'm going to make the catch. I can go through this guy. You really can't.
True.
He could probably jump up and go over him.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem. He's only had a couple chances to high point the ball. That's probably the same thing that happened on the far side earlier, but we've been able to see it a little better here.
Coach Ebenstein still coaching over there. 2 really good head coaches here in Jason Feeback and Robert Ebenstein. Guys that coached in postseason games. Lewisburg's trying to call a timeout. Coach has not conveyed that to his team yet. So timeout on the field. We're getting ready to take one here at the end of this game anyway. We'll keep it right here. Again, Lewisburg at home next week. Promise you'll have some sound next week. Hopefully Larry gets on the mend. You'll have him on the call with the Wildcats there hosting Tonganoxie. We'll actually have both of our channels there, Tonganoxie Sports Live and Lewisburg Sports Live. Separate broadcasts next week. And then the Broncos go to Paola to take on the Panthers.
Payl's had Spring Hill's number over the years, so
Yeah.
this
is an opportunity, I'd say, if you're Spring Hill.
I agree. They'll be motivated, and like you said earlier, Pale is always good, but they're having to reload after being a really, really good team last year. So it's a good opportunity for Spring Hill to go in here. But sometimes games like this, you see the score and you're up 31-0, and everything just fell right for them tonight. And coach needs to bring them back down to earth. It's probably starting tomorrow morning, and say, you know what, we still need to work on stuff. We still made this mistake, and we still need to do this. We still need to do that.
Went out to practice, first day of practice actually. I think maybe it was the second day of practice. I was out there. Man, it was crisp, clean. And again, with these wide receivers having so much experience with a quarterback, that part of it seems like it's right where it needs to be. I mean, there was almost efficient. No examples where, a couple missed throws here or there that's just going to happen.
That's football.
I mean, it was pretty crisp. I think Coach will be pleased with how he played up front defensively. Offensive line probably would be a point of concern. You want to get going, it'll pressure. Battle going to let it fly. It's got Van Eaton out in front, and he is going to be hit by Daniel Mitchell. It was going to be in and out of the hands of Van Eaton anyways. It'll turn over on the downs, and the Broncos are going to be one kneel down away.
It's a good solid hit. He kept his head up.
Daniel Mitchell's had himself a good ball game. You look at these guys that go out and play that finesse position on offense. They play a lot of guys both ways, do the Broncos. And Mitchell's a wide receiver. He has had a touchdown, a chance for another one. And maybe he did have 2 touchdowns. I was trying to think of it.
Spring Hills, they're moderately sized 5A, maybe a little bit on the low side. So you're still going to have to play some guys both ways. You don't have 2,000 students to choose from. So there's some 6A teams that still play some guys both ways. If you got athletes that can play both.
I'm a proponent of that. Play the best guys at your positions.
I agree.
Daniel Mitchell has 2 touchdown catches. I thought that was the case. I mean, even down to the special teams, all the PATs made, a 35-yard field goal made, a touchback on kickoff. Kickoff coverage has been pretty good, except for one play that was maybe a little bit broke down. So,
and that was called back.
Yep. There's the kneel down and a Week 1 victory for the Spring Hill Broncos as they win handily 31-0 here over the Louisburg Wildcats, and we'll kick off on our Spring Hill Sports Live channel. We'll kick off the Shoemaker Collision Repair and Paint Center postgame show on Louisburg Sports Live. The Vose Pharmacy postgame show at Vose Pharmacy. You can count on their dependable and reliable pharmacist, Kevin Vose, and his friendly staff, serving Louisburg for more than 10 years. To learn more, visit VosePharmacy.com or call 913-837-3784. Back to recap this one and get out of here. The Broncos get the win 31-0 over the Wildcats. You've watched it on Spring Hill Sports Live and Louisburg Sports Live.
Plus, they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Pinky Plumbing in Spring Hill is a proud supporter of Bronco Athletics. Keeping your plumbing system in good shape can do wonders for your property's value and lifespan. Get exceptional plumbing services when you hire the plumbing specialist at Pinky Plumbing. At Pinky Plumbing, they take pride in their work and guarantee the best plumbing services in the shortest time possible at the most reasonable price. To learn more, give them a call at 913-568-8201 or visit pinkyplumbing.com. Go Broncos!
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stowe with Paola Veterinary Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown vets who know and care about your family. Coming soon, a new location here in Paola in the industrial park with cattle hauling and boarding and grooming. With 24-hour emergency services and 3 other locations in Louisburg, Drexel, and Martin City, and a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Prime Accounting Solutions in Spring Hill is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, services, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-592-2050. Visit them at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or go online to primeaccounting.net.
This one.
Back out here on the Shoemaker Collision and Repair and Paint Center post-game show, as well as the Vos Pharmacy post-game show on our Louisburg Sports Live channel. You see the victorious Spring Hill Broncos here. We'll recap this game here quickly for you. The Wildcats would win the opening toss, and they would take the football. One of their better drives, they would go 7 plays, eventually have to punt it. They've had several of those in this one. Broncos would punt. It was punt in the first quarter. First quarter was kind of a moot point. We talked about the offenses filling out. In the first quarter, it was scoreless. 31 points scored in 3 quarters for the Broncos, mostly because their first touchdown came with 11:58 to go in the second. That's when the first strike would happen. They would get a sack fumble caused by Cameron Crotchett late in the first quarter. And 2 plays later, Cameron Crotchett again, this time a 23-yard pitch and catch from Fletcher Pankey. It would be Pankey's first of 4 touchdown passes on the night. PAT would be good, make it 7-0. Louisburg would get it back at their own 22, 3 and out. Broncos would eventually turn it over on downs as well. Had to go for it on 4th down. Could not convert. Louisburg forced to punt on their next drive as well. This time it goes through the hands of the punter. They are able to cover it up, but lose a lot of field position. That was a big, actually I think a very critical play because they were going to be flipping the field. Broncos were going to have a long way to drive. It was at close to midfield where that thing came through his hands, and had he been able to boot it, they would have been pinned deep, but instead, excellent field position. They started the Louisburg 45, and they go 6 plays, eventually capping it off on a 35-yard pitch and catch from Pankey to Daniel Mitchell, his first of 2 touchdown catches on the night. PAT was good, made it 14-0. And then Louisburg would close out the first quarter, their first half rather, on an interception by Carter Meade. Broncos would run a couple of plays and eventually run out the time of the first half. It was a 14-0 game at the break. Broncos, though, would not be denied. They'd come right out of the locker room. They get the ball. Remember, Louisburg took the ball to start the game, so Spring Hill gets it coming out of the locker room. They would put on a clinic of a drive, overcome a few negative plays. Also, a pass interference. It was actually on the offense that helped them out, or on the defense, rather. Pass interference helped them out to convert on a drive, and then they eventually cap it off at a 9-yard pitch and catch. Right back to Mitchell goes Pankey. And at that point, it's 21-0 with a made PAT. Another punt by Louisburg. Spring Hill gets the ball at the Louisburg 46-yard line. Excellent field position. That was a theme of the night as well with 6:03 to go in the third. They would go 5 plays, eventually capping it off on a 35-yard Rocco Russo field goal with 3:03 to go in the third quarter. Louisburg would punt, and that's when the Broncos would strike for the final time on the 11th play of the drive, rather. A incredible pitch and catch. Heavy on the catch side. Really good throw as well, right in the bucket. And Zach Knowlton, pressure coming over the top. He gets stroked in the corner, but holds on to it for a 23-yard touchdown catch. With 7:21 to go in the ball game, and it was kind of a snoozer down the stretch. Not a lot to report. But all in all, Matt, a really good first game, I would say, for the Spring Hill Broncos, and certainly some room to improve for the Wildcats.
Oh, I agree. I think you can take a lot of stuff from this game, just like we've said over and over. The efficiency of the receivers and the quarterback, they're on the same page on the first game of the year. I think one thing they can work on is getting Pipkin going in the backfield.
Yep.
He had a couple real strong runs. I think working with him to get his nose down and just be that animal and just make those yards, because eventually they're going to have a 4-minute offense where they don't want to throw the ball all over the field. They want to run out the clock. They're going to be up by a touchdown, and they're going to have a running game. So that's what I would go back and work on. Get those guys in the trenches, and they hopefully they'll be at full strength and get that line going where they can get those 4th and shorts, 3rd and shorts.
Well, they'll need to have that running game, and they'll certainly need to stop the run next week with the running game of the Paola Panthers. They are not afraid to run it every single play. If it's up to Coach Dumpert, that's what they do at times, although they're pretty efficient in the passing game as well. They'll be replacing have a new quarterback, but they'll have an all-conference and probably all-state running back as well. They'll have to face off against next week, and we will have that game for you. The Louisburg Wildcats will be home against the Tonganoxie Chieftains. We'll have that game for you as well. That's going to do it here for the Shoemaker Collision postgame show, as well as the Vos Pharmacy postgame show. Back in action next Friday night. Full schedules for the fall coming up this weekend as well. You'll be following us on Facebook to check out. We'll have a couple of soccer matches announced on that, as well as some volleyball we'll pick up throughout this fall, as well as we continue on with our coverage of Spring Hill and Louisburg high schools. For camera operator extraordinaire who managed to dodge a few raindrops out there and did a good job tonight, Caden Carbajo. For Matt Jones in his first ever color analyst role for football, doing an excellent job. I'm BJ Harris saying so long from Spring Hill High School. Broncos get the win in week 1, 31-0 over the Wildcats. You watched it here on Spring Hill Sports Live and Louisburg Sports Live.
You've been watching Spring Hill High School Sports on your home for the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live. Spring Hill Sports Live is presented by Strode Orthodontics, creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Learn more at StrodeOrtho.com. Also by Cedar Lake Village, Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning, Elliott Group, Hers Incorporated, J&T Auto Service, Libby Clark at Allstate Insurance, Perfect Detail Salon, Price Chopper, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Michael Grant Agency, Scott Electric, Prime Accounting Solutions, Spring Hill Chamber of Commerce, Seats Incorporated, Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center, Spring Hill Recreation Commission, Tony Sidoti Agency, Farmers Insurance, Spring Hill Fitness, and Whitesell Optometry Vision Source. Thanks for watching, and be sure to catch every second of the action right here on your home for the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live.